Alright, 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 alright. Something to tie you over, I guess. Something to tie you over, I guess, innit, bro? Alright. We're live, guys. So, now that we're live, can we get into whatever we need to get into? Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's jump into it. We're here. Everyone's like, where's the sound? Don't worry, boys. Don't worry, boys and girls. What the fuck is that? Why does the sound like that? It's not just me, right, guys? You guys hear that too, right? There's a goofy sound. Okay. Hey, it's the best champion of them all. You know what? You know what, guys? When you guys just sit there and you talk to me in this manner, it only just makes me feel good in my loins. That's it. It can only make me feel good in my boins, in my loins. That's all it can do. Alright, let's get into this. I'm playing off of the fucking computer screen instead of playing off of the TV screen. Alright. Now the last time we were here, guys, we kinda had to figure out, oh, what are we doing and what's the whole point of this? So let's figure it out. Let's figure out what we're supposed to do. There's no better way to find out than to look on the town map. I'm pretty sure this is it. Let's go on the town map. Get yourself involved with a shorty on the town map. Alright. Yo, sometimes you're gonna just have to ask yourself, why are you so cool? Sometimes, Seth, you just have to ask yourself, why are you so cool? Let's go, nigga. So the bad guys are? So where the bad guys are? Look at this fucking goofy here, bro. Look at him. Yeah, you. I'm looking at you, you goof. Check that nigga, bro. You check that nigga real quick? Take a look at him. xCephasx. Hop. I still have beef with Hop, bro. I have major beef with Hop. Aw, you guys, come on, man. Come on now, dog. Some of these weird battles, bro. I'm not about them. And there's no music even. Like, you guys are doing these battles and there's no music. There's no music. There's no music. Where's the music? Where's the music? Put this thing on his ass, bro. Look at this goofy, bro. Torkoal's defense spell. Torkoal used max flare. Wow, this guy's going to obliterate him. I knew it. I knew it, dude. He's going to obliterate him. Watch. I'm gonna take out this thing single-handedly by myself. By myself, single-handedly. Listen, if you guys want me to put on a clinic, I will put on a clinic. Don't worry about that. This thing is what, he's shooting snot out of his nose? Out of all the things you could shoot at a nigga like me, bro, you're gonna shoot snot. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What did I tell you? I told you. I was gonna take him on by myself. You know there's only one real trainer here, and it's me. The greatest. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them lie to you and tell you otherwise. Because it's not true. Alright. Let's see here. What the fuck are you giving me, bro? You got Karu's rare league card. You would think with these league cards, a nigga could be able to do something. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. They're all fucked up, dude. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. I gotta get some lotion on these motherfuckers, bro. Jesus Christ. Alright, don't worry. We all know you have work to be done, yes? Go forward, Use. I wish you well. This nigga's an old fart, dude. What is he trying to tell us? Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Bunch of fucking 90s kids when they first got cell phones. They don't even know what the fuck. My phone's beeping. What the fuck does that mean? Bro. You let the nigga take the rest of his sword because Hop got beat. I got his ass whooped, bro. And the funny thing is that then he had the audacity to turn around and challenge me. Hop had the audacity to challenge me after I had just won the league champion. And I was the league champion of all the of this whole region. Nigga had the audacity to turn around and then say, hey, I would like to battle you too. And I was like, bro, that's the thing that got me choked. Got me real vexed about Hop, bro. I was like, dude, you're cheating. You're cheating your way to try to get to the top. When you know you don't have the skill necessary to achieve it. Now you're just trying to ladder climb by association. Because you know somebody. What the fuck? Loop Lagoon. Okay, where are we going? We're supposed to go help Sonya. Head to Widger Spoken Research Lab. Okay, let's go! Let's go then, let's go. Let's go. You guys seem to have this affinity with all this. I don't even understand. Okay. Bam, bam, Research Lab. Let's go then, you goofies. I don't think that's it. I'm pretty sure this has to be it. This magnificent building with a Pokemon ball on it. Oh, look at this thing. He's been here the whole time. Taunting us! Taunting us! You know, for a bunch of dapper dudes, they really know how to scare the hoes. These niggas are scaring the hoes, bro. Like, by all means. Goodness, whatever should we do, younger brother? Goodness, whatever should we do? You guys retarded or what? Certainly would seem we've been inconvenienced, older brother. Yeah, it seems so, wouldn't it? Look at it, fucking Hop! Bro, what are you doing, dude? Oh, they're forcing Pokemon to Dynamax. Yikes. These brothers are worse than the Epsteins. Whoa! Murdered him! Murdered him! Murdered him! Yeah, don't let these goons put you down, buddy. That's what I said about Hop. Come on, Hop. You need to fucking show your strength, buddy. These ruffians. We're no match for the brothers, eh? Well, we're about to find out. Trainer Shilbert and Swordard. Let me tell you guys something. When I see a bunch of goofies, I already know off the bat that we're dealing with goofies. Alright. Dubwool. See what I'm saying? Even the Pokemon that Hop decided to catch. I we didn't even get a chance to fucking put... What? I'm already dead. I'm already dead. I don't understand if you niggas understand what's going on here, but my Pokemon is already dead. Like, pretty much. Watch how this whole battle goes down. Watch how this whole battle goes down. Absolute garbage, bro. And now they're going to demolish me. Now they're going to absolutely demolish me. Wow. He returned his Pokemon. I'm gone, dude. I'm no health. I think if we're being honest, I think the next best thing here is to chuck in our Drifloon. Drifloon, go! Go! Go and wreak havoc. See you later! Bodied. Bro, I knew it. What is a Dubwool? What is a Dubwool? And why would you want that as your Pokemon? Almost just put him right in a coffin, bro. Oh, God. I don't know why I keep using this 2-turn attack. I don't know why. I shouldn't be doing that. It's really a waste of time, to be honest with you. Waste of time and resources. I think that was yesterday. I can't keep track of the days. Oh, finally we put him on his booty, huh? Get your Bronzong out of here, dude. Get him out. That Drifloon never even took a hit, dude. Too strong. Oh, God! Oh, God. Oh, God. That was... Holy... That was embarrassing. Very much was. I mean, they don't have strong Pokemon. I've already beat them before. It's just... I'm not sure what's going on here. Come on, guys. Ooh! God damn! That was a nasty one. That was a nasty one. This whatever parsnip to nigga. Take him out, bro. No. Look, this nigga's got his Mega Horn. Ooh, he's bodying niggas with Mega Horn right now, bro. That Mega Horn is bodying people. Yeah, of course, dude. Use your Night Slash. Yeah. Double, everyone's bodied. We're all bodied. This nigga's really... To let us know, oh, he's here. I'm here. I'm a Pokemon trainer. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Wait till I pull up. Wait till you hear what I have to say about it. Corviknight. Sure, whatever, friend. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's get this Bishop. Let's get this Bishop out of here. Oh! Good God! This nigga's Pokemon right now is playing on a clinic. This Phalanx. Yeah, all he had to do was an ice or a fire or something. Dude, he's a bug Pokemon. It has to be, right? Good God, that was absolutely just embarrassing, dude. I didn't even get a chance to do one move. Fine. You guys want to fuck around, dude? I'll put in my strongest Pokemon, dude, and we'll whoop all of your asses right now. Right now, watch. Watch. Cling clang. I guess fire's not your friend, buddy. I guess fire's not your friend. Sit your ass down, friend. Sit your booty hole down. Like, at this point, it seems like Hop only has one good Pokemon. This is Corviknight. Okay, well, if that's the case. Golesport. Alright, guys. With the flamethrower, with the fire attack, with the flying attack, we should be able to put this nigga. Oh, put him in the coffin. Put him in the coffin. That's it, isn't it? Oh, I thought it was over. That's it. This is what we're left with this nigga here. I'll hit you with a flare blitz just to be absolutely a nigga that's infatuated with the flair of the dramatics. Get out of here, guys. Get out of here. Put too many of these niggas in a coffin, bro. I would hope my Pokemon getting experience into that fucking battle, buddy. These goofies. Oh, my Rambo is level. My Suicune is level 73. Tigo. Arcanine is level 70. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. You see him? You see what he looked like just there? Look at this guy too. Oh, look at that. Shocked. Yeah, they didn't understand what it meant to take a whooping, bro. Well, you know what? At least they're not sore losers. They're gentlemanly about their ass whooping. Look, they're demons, dude. The way their eyes roll back in the back of their head, bro. They're demons. Oh, your apologies for the intrusion. Alright, well. Is this when she reveals she's been dating them the whole time? Wow, 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 wow. What's going on? She's been working with them the whole time? Wow, 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 wow. She was an espionage, bitch. Full espionage. Why? Professor Sir, what do you mean you're sorry, dude? There was no helping it. It was necessary for the plan, she says. What plan? Our plan to put Galar under the control of the royal lineage once again. Oh, dear God. She was had by her own friend. Her own assistant in the lab. was part of the koi and the coup. Oh, what sadness. What sadness we live with. She can't even bear to speak. She's been had. She's been duped by her own employee. Maybe if she used checkmate, she would have seen that this man was not a trustworthy person. Look at that one guy being such a dick. Oh, wow. We're trying to be considerate, but you made a real fatal mistake. It's like, yeah, she did actually. She made a really bad mistake. She just trusted some random bitch. Look. And throughout this whole time, the elder hasn't spoken. What can I say? My intuition is usually spot on, bitch. The true nature, the demon nature, huh? Alright, okay, alright. You guys, we're lending a hand and we're doing all this stuff, and I'm still in my just like poor drip. This is like terrible drip. We could be dripping harder than this. Way harder than this. I don't know why y'all niggas got me in this terrible drip. Alright, let's figure this drip out, boys. Help me find some fucking drip, bitch. Help me find some fucking drip. Help me find some fucking drip, bitch. Help me find some fucking drip. Look at that. Absolutely terrible. Ugh, look at this drip, dude. Hold on, 1 second. You guys looking at? You guys seeing this drip right now, or what? Yeah, put him on some skinny white trousers so he looks like he's party rocking, dude. I just want my clothes. Like, where's like the bin that's like my stuff that I bought over the years? 48 game hours. It's literally days. They don't even have my drip. It's in another town. Like the rich fancy town. That's where my drip is. You guys all have all that shit in the window and there's nothing even there. You're liars. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the next map situation. Because those motherfuckers lied to me, bro. Oh. Every single stadium. You're gonna just bring us... We're essentially doing a fucking stadium tour. They're essentially just gonna bring us back all around all the stadiums again. Stadium tour. Look at this fucking thing. Alright, maybe let's go. Oh, welcome to Hammerlock. Hammerlock, what we just do, we have fun with all the friends in Hammerlock. Bitch, how are you always beating me? Okay. Well then what do you guys want me to do? What the fuck is Leon doing here, dude? Leon's not even strong anymore, dude. Oh, this is not Leon, first of all, my bad. It's Rayhan. Who's another danger in the Pokemon battling community, bro. What's up with all these useless Pokemon we're fighting? What's up with all this useless Pokemon? Oh god. Alright, let's go. It's just me and you? It's just me and you, xCephasx. Just me and you, friend. You guys know how I feel about Dynamaxing. How fucking gay it is to Dynamax. Dynamaxing is for fuck. You guys know how I feel about Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing is for Oh, so now he's perished. I would assume so. It just demolished his entire face. Just something we have to ask ourselves. Whose man's is that? Great. Now that I defeated it, I don't even want to train it or anything like that. I don't want to do anything like that. I don't even want that Pokemon, dude. I wouldn't even want that Pokemon. What's the difference between your league card and these rare league cards? What was that? Let's up the tempo. Nigga, what is you talking about? Excuse me? Oh, look at those bitches talking about me, bro, the champ. Sometimes you say to yourself, am I a narcissist? And then I like to think no, but when you have a flock of baddies yapping about how amazing of a Pokemon champion you are, sometimes being a narcissist is not such a bad thing. Alright guys, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. Look at this nigga, dude. He's wearing Bronzong on his fucking head top, bro. This guy's either a master or he's completely lost. Like, he's either a really strong psychic Pokemon trainer or he's mentally just deranged. He's keeping a Bronzong on his fucking head top, bro. What's that about? What's this little path that we're going down here? I haven't been. I don't think I've been. Oh, no, never mind. I was like, oh, I don't think I've been here. Wrong. Mistake. I made a mistake. I've been there. In fact, I remember that place. It has a bunch of bug Pokemon. And fairy Pokemon too, actually. Look at this fuck nigga, bro. Whose mans is that? Hey, something like that. How are things looking? The people all got out, but I'm the gym leader. I'll battle the Dynamax Pokemon. Nice one. Then let's all work together. Yes, less. How about everyone can take one each? Oh, some sort of team building effort, dude. What is this team building thing? Alright. Let's do it. Oof. Probably chose the wrong fucking nigga to Dynamax with, bro. This Dusknoir is not going to be... it's gonna be a grueling thing to take him out. It's gonna be grueling. Like, it's not gonna just be like an easy, like, 1-2 out. See? I told you, it's not gonna be so simple to take him out. I like how finally he threw an attack at me. Finally, after all these years. After all this time, you finally throw an attack at me. You know, this chair isn't gonna have any of that, dude. It's barely that chair. Barely the chair by design. I want to sit on it without pulling the back in, but I guess you can't do that unless your feet are... Alright, okay. Alright, let's get back to it. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Fuck! And this is a perfect example why I don't like Dynamax shit, dude. Oh look, now my Dynamax powers are gone. Oh no, I can never be respected again. I've lost all respect. Any and all respect that I had is gone, guys. Now I'm just a guy. I like how they're giving me all these sort of quote-unquote rare league cards, but all these cards that they're giving me, they're just going away in an album. Like a stupid selfie that bitches take that just live in their camera roll forever. Never to be seen in the light of day again. Alright, well, where to next, friends? Sure, why not? Let's go to this little place here. What the fuck is going on here? Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch, bro. First of all, you're a bit late to be of any use. And second, I didn't need any help, bro. Then let's leave. Let's go, bro. I know, let's dip, man. This old fucking bitch. She might not be old, but she definitely has old tendencies. Bro. Bro, we've already battled. And I bet you anything, you guys are gonna use this as an opportunity to make me battle something without even any fucking... Her days is... Look! Exactly what I was talking about, bro. No one even gave me the opportunity to fucking... like, put some health tanks. I just have to battle... Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna complain. I'm just gonna whoop your ass. How about that? How about let's do that? How about let's not yap and let's just fight? Hmm. Did I do that? Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. You dumb bitch. Gardevoir. Gardevoir is poison, psychic bug Pokemon. So we need fire. I can't believe this bitch really thought she could battle me. Like, that's the craziest thing to me, dude. The craziest thing to me is like, she just woke up and was like, oh, I can beat you. What? How do you figure that, you dumb broad? How do you figure you can beat me? Terrible thought process, bro. You shouldn't have thought that. Is it now bug thing? Psychic flying? No. Doesn't matter, it's gone. Get her out of here. Doesn't matter what her race is, she's gone. Kick her out of the classroom. I didn't see what you had said. Oh, a Rapidash? Sure, bring in your fucking fugazi ass fucking Pokemon, bro. Bring them all in. So I can show you what a whooping is. Remember when you were a fire type and the fire didn't burn and hurt? Yeah, exactly. Now you got these weird gay attacks. The fuck is that? Oh, wow! Insulted. Insulted by the broad. Oh, look at that. Get out of here, bro. Get your fucking Pokemon out of my face. Hadoran. You know what? I'm just gonna keep this. You just remember the strongest champion. Oh, really? Really? You know what? I think this is a perfect moment to gloat. This is one of those moments where you don't really get a lot of those moments to gloat. And here it is. You might just be the strongest champion in history, she said. She said that, not me. She said that. You know, sometimes when a bitch be glazing you, sometimes you just gotta accept the glaze. I don't know about that. It's not even a championship match, even if I did lose. And this is the Pokemon you're gonna bring out in the finale? To claim that you can beat me? You fucking dumb bitch. As strong as that move is, wow, I thought I was gonna last. I thought I was going to last. I really thought I was going to just, I thought I was going to insult her, really. And, I have a lot of psychic Pokemon, like 3 different psychic Pokemon. Not very effective, eh? Let's use Blizzard. Let's use Blizzard then and see what she says about the cold. Oh, well, it looks like Huntons couldn't handle the cold, innit? Looks like you couldn't handle the cold. Hmm? Cold got her feeling all type of ways. Yeah, buddy. Dumb broad. He's like, oh, yo, I could be, we even need your help. Well, yeah, well, look who just fucking got their ass handed to them, dude. Look! Take a gander. Yeah, take a look at your face. This is afro haircut. This bitch went and said, yo, give me a fucking perm. The fuck? Let's bleach my hair white and then let's put a perm in it. Just walking around with pretty much nothing on her head, dude. All the fucking damage. All the damage from the dye and the perm completely messed her up. All right. I think I might be in a forever time. Most time, but he's a first rate. He takes things seriously. Sure. Oh, that was a guy? Well then. You hybrid people are hard to keep up with. Alright, well, I guess next battle, I guess. We're not gonna sit around and do nothing. We might as well battle our way to the top. You know what's crazy? After becoming the champion, everyone is just coming out of the woodworks, just trying to tell me that they can beat me. Oh, I can beat you. Oh, you're not a fucking leader and ting person. Nah, you're not that. You're not. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? I'm him for real. Like, I'm really him. I'm really him for real, you know? Help save the remaining 4 gyms. Everybody needs to fucking calm down. Stop telling me what to do. I'll help you guys. I'll help you guys because I'm a good guy. It's really all it is. It's just because I'm a good guy. That's really why I'm helping you guys. Alright, let's make this happen. Let's go. Look at these niggas, bro. We're on the fucking mountaintop. Look at this nigga. He's wearing look at his outfit. Look at his outfit. Either you guys are immune to the cold, like impervious. Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know this place had a sauna. This place has got a sauna here, dude. Look at this nigga. Whose mans is this? Whose mans is that? He does not look like he should be here right now. Look at this bitch. She's getting her flats in the water. Look, they're really having a heated conversation, bro. They're mirroring each other. Oh, God. She likes him. They're mirroring each other, dude. She likes him and he likes her. That's good. Well, let's see what kind of trip we can get here in the Winter Wonderland. I didn't take a look last time, so let's see what we can get here. Look at what the fuck is this, bro? Somebody take off this fucking jacket, dude. Satin varsity. Oh, God. It's 88 grand for a fucking stupid ass fucking thing. You know what? This place doesn't even have the things I'm looking for. Alright, next time. I'm telling you guys, I have a drippy outfit. I have an outfit that is, honestly, at this point, when you take a look at it, you're going to say to yourself, whoa, drippy nigga, you know? That's what you're going to say to yourself. Who's this onion nigga? Whoa! Melanie. Melanie's a baddie, bro. Look at Melanie, dog. Hey, yo. Melanie, what's good? What's good with you? She's thick in all the right places. Melanie be eating good. Yo, Melanie, eating good, shawty. Like how niggas be always getting up off their knees like they just done service to these fucking Frostlass. Alright, well, Frostlass, something seems to me like you're an ice Pokemon, so it only makes sense. Absolutely demolish your entire life. Fire Pokemon. You know, the nicest thing you guys could do for me is replenish my health. After we go through all these battles, you got a nigga going through all these battles. And you can't even replenish my health. What? So what do I do this for? Why do I wake up early? I'm gonna at least get one attack on you and not make it a waste. do one thing. Let's do one thing. No. Alright. One more thing? Looks like she's about to put me in a coffin right now. The coffin I was waiting for appeared. The coffin of such waiting is here. Alright, let's put in the fire for one. I don't want. Well, let's just use Slurp Blitz just to get her out of my face. Just to get her out of my face, you know. Take over this. Bye-bye, dumb whore. Are you guys making... Is there any Melanie? Melanie have hentai somewhere? Or is this Does Melanie have hentai somewhere? Jesus. I mean... Okay. Does Melanie have any hentai? Alright, well. Alright, we'll figure that out after. I'll figure that out after. Okay, let's go into this. You hear Hamlock saying get over there as soon as you can. Alright. Let's go. Let's go for the big final battle, guys. Hemlock. Make sure to pilot Hemlock Stadium. Alright, let's go. Let's make it a ting. Let's make it a dance. Let's make it a whole event, you know? Let's make it a full event. Who do I have to talk to now? Well, this bitch is still here. Is it still locked? Because look what she's gonna use right now. Alright! xCephasx, you're the champion. Yeah, bitch. The fuck? You think a nigga like me plays around? You think I'm playing games? As we venture around the town of Hemlock, we must ask ourselves, who are we? And what have we become? Since you guys don't seem to find it a need to heal my Pokemon, I must do it myself. We're just running around battling everything, so sometimes it can, you know. Oh, what the fuck? How are we supposed to get to the underneath? guys. I'm just biking around aimlessly. You guys, you all know how I feel about doing anything aimlessly. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of having no purpose. Random things we're collecting. Underground tunnel, power plant. Trying to keep up with you guys. But... okay. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm trying to... you know what I mean? Clearly I'm allowed in the vault. Oh, you need special permissions? Well, it looks like I got them, buddy. It is I, xCephasx. Well, it's a good thing this fucking museum was free. Walk up in this bitch, there's only 4 fucking pictures. What is that about? Someone explain to me what that's about. All of that? Oh, you can't go into the vault, it's free. The only thing you niggas got in the vault are 4 photos. Oh, what a fucking joke. Not what we're trying to do at all. I'm trying to find this, like, some sort of, like, underground thing or something. I don't even know what to look. How am I supposed to get to the underground? Oh, come on now. Get up. There's no time to sit around. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can find it. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure, guys. I don't know what this is. That's some sort of special alleyway that I didn't know about. Is it the vines or is the castle falling apart? Looks like the castle's falling apart, guys, and I think for a city that really just prides itself on this being the centerpiece of everything, you guys should really look at fixing it. Either fixing it or, you know, trying to refurbish it, trying to really make it into, you know, into something. Listen, guys, we just spent the whole thing running around this map. Make your way to the power plant that lies beneath the stadium. Best friends, ribbon giver, and effort, ribbon giver. The fuck is that type of shit, dude? You're gonna give a nigga a ribbon for effort? For trying? No. There are no ribbons for trying. Either you do or you do not, my friend. The fuck? Look at this bitch, bro. She's gonna just off herself right here on the edge. You have something to live for. Don't do it. Don't let them take your... I'm crazy strong and flush with cash. Alright. Fuck. I mean, I was looking for a battle anyway. I thought she was gonna jump. Next thing I know, she's out there just, you know, waiting for... But she's full of cash and just waiting for a battle. So, I mean, weird place to... I mean, hey, she lured me, innit? She lured me, didn't she? She lured me, guys. What can I say? I saw somebody sitting on the edge, standing on the edge of the cliff, and I said, no, lady, don't jump. Turns out, she's not depressed. She's full of cash and full of vigor and ready. Ready to battle. It's gonna take a forever. It's gonna be a grueling match. Wait, hold on a second. How many Pokemon you got, bitch? Ah, she knew. Send out whatever the fuck this thing is. I don't even know what this thing is. Cinder Dance. I say let's bring out Rayperion. Let's see what this, you know. I mean, yeah, the move shows you if the moves are effective or not. I should have read that. His move is to kick a rock at you. His move is to kick a small rock. That's the whole move. And I'm burnt? God damn it. The whole move is to kick a rock at you. Another move, just kicking rocks. He's gonna eat that, dude. He's gonna eat that. And he's gonna enjoy the meal. Yuck. I'll leave Rayperion in there just to really make a point. I don't know. Let's get wild. Because if that nigga comes out and he's water, then I'm fucked either way, right? What the fuck? Alright, bitch. Alright, bitch! Now that I know your whole fucking squad, it's time to put an end to these games. Buffeted by the hail, I don't mind. I don't mind being buffeted by hail. Yeah, it's this bug move, but it's really strong. Look, power 120. Accuracy 85. The attack stat on this nigga is crazy. It's 207. So if I were to do this, I'd have to get rid of, let's see. It'd be the strongest attack that I have. Drill Run or Earthquake, because it's the same attack. This says 80 and this is 100, so if I were you, I would take Drill Run off and I would keep Earthquake. Drill Run is 80. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, let me know, more, let me more. What is that? See that? They got one life nugget left. Pokemon breeder Chloe. Sorry, baby girl. What a dumb bitch. Well, it looks like we've saved our progress, guys. What would we do without Pokemon? Who would we be? Who are we supposed to be now without Pokemon? Alright, well that was fun. I like that. Let's get into the news, guys. Hey guys! Let's get into the news. We got a lot to get into today. A lot to get into. A lot to get into. Hold on, I want to see. I'm still streaming, so. Melanie? Really? I mean, so far, I'm not seeing anything that is good so far for Melanie. Is that Melanie? Where are you guys finding this? The videos on here are wild, by the way. It's like, is there any Melanie stuff? And it's like, yeah, there is. There is Melanie stuff, but like, is it any good? I don't know. I don't know if this is what we would call good. On the hub now? Nah, even on here, there's nothing even. Find love. Okay, alright, well, there's clearly nothing there. Alright, let's get into the fucking news, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. So just when you thought the Indians are taking over every single country, you said, no, they're running away to North America, these Indians. They're running away to North America. They'll never come here. Wrong. Let's take a look at these Indians taking over Portugal. Let's get into it, guys.
Get back up.
Oh, wow.
Back up, back up.
Violence!
Back up. This is Portugal. Don't touch me. Get away from me. They're the ones attacking me. I'm one guy. Small 10 million person country where foreign residents went from 4% to 15% of the population in 7 years.
I will deport you all.
No. Glass bottle. What are you doing?
Respect the people, okay? Hey! Put there. Come, make.
Oh, damn.
Bombo Pussyclub.
What? Yeah, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about immigrant people, bro? It's like they're trying to understand and they're trying to get a maîtrise of the English language and the nuances of what we take for granted in terms of insulting people. Because insulting people in a foreign country is different from insulting people in like English. There's different nuances they get lost. So they try to take the nuances of the foreign language mixed with the English nuances, and it creates this new form of being insulted. To him, this action that he just showed of like, look at my booty, that is pure top tier insult in his mind without realizing that he didn't do anything. That's crazy.
He's got a fat ass. This is not your country. This is my country. It's not your country. We never voted for our country to be invaded. Por quê? Well, some of them are peaceful, but we don't want our country to be invaded, even if it's by peaceful people.
As South Asians are now one of the biggest and most rapidly growing sources of cheap immigrant labor, Indians are now the second largest immigrant group behind Brazilians.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is that this has always been the case, man. The Indians, when they pull up, bro, they've always been the source of cheap labor, especially out here in Canada. They pull up every single place that you go to that used to be white people. I'm talking McDonald's, Tim Hortons, fast food, gas stations. All of this used to all be white people. And then slowly but surely, now it's all brown people. I have no hate against immigration. Sure, immigrate, do whatever you want. As long as you leave me the fuck alone, I'm fine, bro. Go where you want to go. Go.
While big businesses and the government welcome cheap labor to fill labor shortages across the country, as the Portuguese age into extinction, what are the consequences of one of the most dramatic state engineering?
The labor shortage is weird to me, dude. Because it's just jobs people became too pretentious to want to do. And so the immigrants now are doing it, quote unquote. It's hilarious.
Your demographic transformations in modern European history.
You should go back to your home country.
Before I meet up with Alfonso, leader of the Reconquista movement in Portugal, fighting to stop this legal immigrant invasion, let's go to Lisbon and speak with the latest batch of cheap labor brought to Portugal. Hola. What is this?
What it is a special event today. Prayers, and then it's food served at
I see.
the
There really are quite a few people here. Very nice, celebrating something. Intrigued and awaiting Alfonso's arrival, I wanted to figure out what was going on here and who these people were. But soon enough, things took a turn for the worse. What is this? Is this Khalistan?
Yeah,
Khalistan? And that's like an independent nation for Sikhs in Punjab?
No, this is their guru have given that,
I see. I see. I see. Okay, and yes, that's Khalistani? Khalistan, okay. Hi, how are you?
What are you telling him?
Say, huh? What's your name, my friend? Say hi, say hi.
No, what are you telling him?
I said hi.
Hi, and what you say? Khalistani, what is
Khalistan,
Khalistani?
independent nation.
Bro, it's like people get so fed up about you filming in places that you look out of place. Like if it was another fellow that looked just like him, they would have no problem filming. But because the man looks different and he's quote unquote white, now it's a problem. I'm telling you guys, man. I don't know what everyone has this weird beef of thinking that people have problems with them when it's like most of the time it's like, bro, most niggas don't care. Do you, fam?
For Sikhs?
You working for what?
Working for what? YouTube. Walking around. Yeah.
Which channel you have?
I don't have a channel yet. I'm traveling in Portugal. Tell me about Khalistan. Why are you so sensitive about that? What does that mean?
No, I don't want to listen.
Oh, I see. Is that a sensitive topic? For those who don't know, this is the symbol used by Sikhs to represent the Khalistani movement, a separatist movement aiming to create a homeland for Sikhs called Khalistan in the Punjab region of northern India. You can see the Khalistan flag all over this gathering, yet when I ask about it, people get weird.
The logo.
Yes, the logo. And I said, is that Khalistan? He said yes, and then he was upset, I guess.
No. That is like a symbol of equality, and everybody have the right to keep any
sovereignty, independence.
Yeah, independence.
Okay. Hi. How are you? Hi. My name is Portuguese. Poco. Texas, USA. Hi. How are you? Hi. Good to meet you. So we're just out here walking around today. Am I not allowed to walk across the street? Where are you guys from? Talk to me. I'm just walking. You can walk on the public street, right?
Right, but why does he need to identify himself as if he did something wrong? The man has done absolutely nothing wrong yet. He's literally in a public place filming, trying to get information about what is going on here so he can tell the news. But for some reason, most people, they get on the defensive. They believe as though everything he's trying to do is to hurt the cause, hurt the movement. If they just took a couple of minutes to communicate with him without trying to speak broken English and broken Portuguese, I think we could all get along. In it.
Is this not a public street?
But then why you're questioning the people?
Because I'm talking to people. I like to talk to people about the world, about life, about culture, about interesting things.
I know check your ID.
My ID?
Yeah. I know you are Portuguese.
I don't even speak Portuguese.
Yeah, I know.
What? I don't speak Portuguese. Oh, you think I do?
I don't know what you do.
No.
Obrigado?
Yeah, you.
Huh? What do you mean? You think I'm lying or what? Wait, why are you coming up on me? What's going on? What's going on here?
What are you doing that?
I can't walk across. My name's Silas.
Don't try to
show me from you.
Don't try to be smart.
I'm not trying to be smart. You're trying to be smart.
But don't touch.
All right, then get away from me then. What's the problem?
Put this off.
No, I'm not going to.
You are going to.
No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not.
Yes.
Get away from me. Get away from me. All right, he's already calling the shots here. Because I'm going to start. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. What is your problem? Who are you?
I'm already in the authority.
I don't care. Who are you? Where are you from?
I
Where are you
don't
from?
care.
Get back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. What the You get the away from me. How about that? You don't touch me. Don't touch me. You are.
Don't touch me. I don't touch you. Very simple move. Do not touch me. Bro, this man is really going off on it, dude. He's really just in the heat of the moment, you're just going on, do not touch.
All up in my face. Get away from me. Get the f away from me.
What the f you are talking? You don't know how to speak when you're...
You need to move away from me.
You just get away from here.
What are you doing? I'm talking to you. What is the problem? Get away from me. Get away.
The crazy thing is that also this nigga, you can tell that he doesn't really get his cardio in. His cardio isn't maxing like it should be. You can tell that he's walked like 4 or 5 blocks chasing this nigga Tyler down, bruv. Really just going at it. Really just getting in whatever he needs to. All the exercise for the rest of his life today.
What's your problem?
What are you doing?
I'm talking to people. He's coming at me all on my chest. I'm moving him away. What is your problem? Thank you. No, get, no. Just relax. Huh?
You dirty language.
He used dirty language too. Don't lecture me on dirty language. Get away from me. Don't touch me either. Dirty language, he comes at me on a public street right now. Walking in Portugal, not Punjab, not India. Everybody needs someone to relax.
You use the dirty language.
Stop.
I like how they took over Portugal and said it's ours.
Do you think you are making the difference?
He's coming on me.
Holy cow, dude, this escalated. That means there must have been police in the surrounding area, like around, and then they all just pulled up. But it's so crazy to think that these Sikh, right? They are the immigrants that are coming into Portugal and are trying to establish themselves. The same way they've established themselves in various other countries around the world and made like it pretty much a homestead. We're not even mad at that. We're not mad at that. That's fine. Come into the country, do the labor that people don't want to do, help the community, boom, by now bringing all this extra finances that are coming into the place. But to come into a country and try to take it over thinking it's yours, like, this nigga's walking around like he's the mayor of Portugal, dog. Like, what? Someone explain that to me. Huh? Explain that to me.
I'll show you on video. He's coming at me, I'm walking and talking, he comes on me, I push him away. Yeah.
What's happening here?
I see a large congregation, I'm walking, I try to talk to people. Hi. This guy's all up on me, I push him away slightly.
Close to the...
Sure. I just understand why I can't walk through the street and film myself.
No, not because the street is closed for this reason today.
You're saying I have to be Sikh to be able to walk through the street today?
Yes.
I have to be Sikh
What?
to be able to walk through the street.
No, that's not
Sikhs
true.
only. That's not real.
That's
No,
not
I understand
real.
it's their event. Like, look, there's a white woman right there.
We are here for that reason.
Yeah, to ban non-Sikhs from walking through the street today. If we're being told to leave, I guess we'll leave.
He's saying to you, Sikh people need a country. Different country.
You told me that yourself. That's why you had the mark. I asked you, what does that mean?
Which mark do you know?
He's getting all political now because you're offended by the answers they gave to me. That's your problem.
Public bad information on internet.
You don't know who I am.
Which
What?
You don't tell me that the answers they gave to me is my problem. You're being...
What information does he need to give? I don't understand. It's crazy. It's crazy that doesn't matter where in the world you wander, brown people always act the same like this. Same thing, same accent, all of it the same. I love my brown brothers and sisters. I love them all. Love the Sikhs.
sensitive. You're being a dumbass right now. I'm not talking to either of you. Yeah, I agree. They're retarded. Yeah. Do you want me to leave? Yeah. Okay. I'll be up. Well, it is Sikh only today. If you're not Sikh, you can't walk the streets. And if they are offended by the fact you have a camera and you're recording yourself walking, they'll attack you. Oh, but I walk it that way. My car's that way. But I can film myself legally, right? According to Portuguese law.
They are afraid that you publish here on the social media.
Sure.
And they have some critical of that thing.
Every group's critical of every group, though, right? They're being sensitive.
I understand that.
But as I leave, I want to see this outfit. Thank you guys very much. This is cool. I've never seen this outfit right here. Maybe we can talk to some of the people joining. But luckily, my cameraman managed to infiltrate the event as a curious tourist. He was smart enough not to ask what these mysterious flags actually meant, and they welcomed him into the feast.
Sikh is not just a religion. It is a following path that what the Guru has teached us, that all humans are one.
Same group of filmers. This other nigga isn't asking questions, and so he's allowed to infiltrate the group and to eat and feed with them. Wow. Well, you know what? Sometimes it doesn't pay to ask a lot of questions. Sometimes it just does not. You're better off just being a simple-minded white guy.
And we believe in oneness. But Gurdwara is open to everyone. Everybody can come here and they can join us in our celebrations. And we open to everyone. So we all are one. You are a part of us also.
While my cameraman was joining the feast inside the Sikh temple, Alfonso had arrived to protest the event. Okay, Alfonso and crew are plotting a heist of a sort here. They're going to lift the Portuguese flag up here. We'll see what happens. What's going on?
So basically, I'm going to go on top of the building and peacefully protest against this invasion of thousands of hordes of third world immigrants. They have a lot of terrorists, a lot of illegal groups like the Khalistanis, and they are coming to our land not only to live off of welfare and commit crimes, but also to protest on top of it. If you want to protest and mobilize your culture and do all of these demonstrations of power and political power, then do it back in your own countries. They just want you to bow down, kiss their feet, and accept the invasion of your countries with this foreign religion and foreign culture.
Alfonso's about to fly. Perhaps too close to the sun. We'll see.
Maybe, let's see.
They have a ladder. Best of luck to Alfonso.
and now they're protesting for Khalistan.
Okay, he's up. Full-fledged operation here. The whole team.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the bombs are coming.
Team's ascending right now. Okay, they're all going up. Now I'm gonna go get the other perspective. There are flags for Khalistan. They're vying for an independent nation in India while being in a foreign nation living here full time.
Khalistan and your religion are not accepted here. Portugal is for the Portuguese. You shouldn't come to someone else's country and depress your religion.
Okay. Also, this idea of coming into somebody else's country, like, come on, man, relax. He's allowed to pull up in the country and live there if he wants. The idea of immigration, I think it's a beautiful thing. It allows the melting pot of all these different cultures and people to come into one place and to coincide together. It's really beautiful. So I think some people obviously abuse it, Africans, but others, they do good. But to think that you can take over the whole country and it's yours, I don't know, guys. That's a bit out there.
And your culture in Portugal belongs to the Portuguese people. So if you want to live your religion and your culture, you should go back to your home country.
While I was filming the scene, the Sikh security was giving me a purple nurple on my back on the public sidewalk where this was all going down.
Get off me. No, stop that.
Hey, get off
Someone's
me.
beating him. Who's beating him? Who's beating him, dude?
Face. Yeah. Get the hey, go back to.
Someone's beating Tommy right now, dude? Thinking he's part of the gang. He is part of the gang. Look, no matter what he tries to do to remove himself from any sort of doing any sort of espionage, they always seem to revert and be like, "This is the espionage, nigga, dude." The frequency follows him around. I think he can do.
Get India. Fuck you, motherfucker. Ross. Oh, I gotta shut up. I'm moving. He gets to pinch me in the back. I can't walk on the sidewalk. All right, well, I'm moving. Don't shoot me. All right. What the fuck?
We don't accept terrorist groups.
I'm moving him out. I'm getting out of here.
Khalistan is a terrorist organization that is illegal in India and is considered a terrorist group in Bangladesh.
This thing is filming and no one's getting on him.
To freely roam our streets.
What'll I do? I can't be on the sidewalk? He's gonna beat me with a beat stick. All right, that was a little ceremonious. Right. Because I want to. Just leave me alone. Because I want to see. Move on. This is the last place I would have suspected to get beaten by the police, but God bless the motherland.
The Portuguese people never voted to be demographically replaced in their own country. The Portuguese people never asked to be a minority in their own country, to be allowed to express your religion.
I have watched videos of you.
Sure. We should be able to walk and talk in the same area without getting attacked by a bunch of Indians, right? Hey.
Oh, he knows who it is, huh?
But they are afraid.
I should be afraid of them. They're the ones attacking me. I'm one guy. Okay, we got Vladimir Putin going shit mode on me. Huh?
Give me a number. I call.
Shut the fuck up. I'm spraying the face of you, postman. All right. Ay. What do you want me? I'm moving. What do you want me to do? All right. We got a cop abusing his power a little bit here. These guys, honestly.
I think he said, ay. What do you mean, ay? What do you mean, ay?
I'm trying to go home. What do you want me to do? I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to fucking leave.
The other side.
I'm trying to. My car's over there. My car is over there.
Side of the street.
Okay, I'm walking. You have the beat stick. You have the gun. You win. You're bigger. These guys, holy shit. How am I supposed to get the over there? There's a freeway. It's impossible to get back to my vehicle. If I go this way, he'll beat me with a beat stick. These cops are fucking filthy corrupt. Holy shit. I literally cannot get back to the car. He's staring me down like a piece of meat. After getting run out of a public street dominated by Sikh Indians fighting for an independent nation in India while they live in Portugal, I met back up with Alfonso, the founder and leader of the Reconquista political movement, fighting to remigrate the massive influx of immigrants that have recently moved to Portugal while fighting to keep Portugal for the Portuguese.
So my name is Afonso Gonçalves. I am 25 and I'm the founder of Reconquista, the biggest political movement in Portugal. And my goal is to expose and denounce the outrageous demographic replacement that is being happening under our noses. I'm persecuted, I've been threatened with my life, I have been assaulted, and I have been debanked. Last month, so March, we are filming in April, last month, I had all my bank accounts deleted or cancelled by the government, by order of the Public Prosecution Office. The public prosecutor basically told the banks, look, close doldown this guy's bank account. So even if I go to the bank and say, I want to take out the money, I want to transfer it.
There's no money that's gone. They just deleted it. They deleted it. So once again, it goes to show you maybe that cash isn't such a bad idea. But I will say this. The fact that these people think they can escape their country, which is most likely probably war-torn or that of the sort, come into another country and then ask for sovereignty in this other country where they can now operate and do things pretty much as a sovereign nation, if I understood the video correctly. I think, to be honest, that's a little bit ridiculous. It's ridiculous, the idea of borders. That's ridiculous. The idea of thinking that having borders and having these places where everything is cut off by lines, I think that's stupid. If you really go high up into space, or if you've ever been on a fucking airplane, the idea that we can separate this beautiful land by borders is ridiculous. Let's be honest. Let's be honest to ourselves, because if not, then we all look ridiculous.
To another account of mine. Thank you. Obrigado. The last 5-6 years, Portugal has seen a huge increase in immigration numbers. We had an Indian prime minister that basically opened the borders, and basically any immigrant could come to Portugal.
Via an immigration pathway known as the manifestation of interest, where non-EU residents that came to Portugal on a tourist visa could get a work contract and pay 12 months of social security to get legal residency and then citizenship after 5 years. Over the next 7 years, immigrants took advantage of what became the EU's last open door, and Portugal's foreigner population exploded from 4% to 15%. But the pathway was finally abolished in December 31st, 2025, leaving about 1 million immigrants who never earned their citizenship in the country. The demographics of Portugal rapidly transformed.
So our country has been invaded. There have been like a million or more than 1 million of immigrants coming to Portugal in 5, 6, 7 years. And for you to get context for your American audience, Portugal is only a country of 10 million people. We have about 25% of our country as immigrants. So 7, 8 years ago, we used to have like 400,000, like 4%, sure. And from 4% to almost 30%.
So Alfonso took me to Martin Moniz, a microcosm of this rapid demographic shift taking place across Portugal. Here you'll find countless doctors and engineers sent to save Portugal's economy, just chilling on the street drinking beer during the working week in the middle of the day. How and why are these people in Portugal?
What? Because a lot of these small shops, small phone shops, like 10-meter square phone shops, they have like 40 employees. I see. But do they really have? No, they don't pay the minimum wage. It's like a scheme in order to legalize immigrants. So it's a mass legalization scheme.
Question, man. Any English? Wow. We're trying to do a little interview with people on the streets. No English?
Portuguese? Portuguese? You want to be paid?
Like interviews on the streets.
English or Portuguese? What do you prefer?
Okay, drinking beer at 1 p.m.
But just look at this. Look at this scenario. These guys are probably here living off of welfare or residing in some public paid-for house.
Hi, friend. My name is Tyler. Do you have any English?
Do you speak Portuguese? Portuguese.
Hello,
look at the engineer.
Bro, it's because the majority of these people are in this country, like you said, that they don't have like any citizenship proof. Their documents probably weren't looked at. They came over, they weren't looked at. The whole thing was canceled, and now they're sticking in this country without any sort of papers. And so, what do you want them to do, bro? What do you want them to do? Explain what you want them to do.
He's a doctor.
Hi, my name is Tyler. My name is Tyler.
Hey, we don't take a seat, huh? Put your camera
we're trying to interview people, huh? I'm just walking that way.
We don't necessarily.
Well, I'm just walking in the plaza, you know?
We don't need it.
Okay, and you came from what country?
I came from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
I'm from
Bangladesh!
From India.
Pakistan. And you live in Portugal?
Yes. Bangladesh.
How long have you been here in Lisbon?
2 years. In 2019. 2 years.
4 years.
4 years. What do you do for work?
Yeah, I work in one shop.
Yeah, I work full time.
Okay.
What is your job?
No, I went for vacation. I come yesterday only.
You came to Portugal yesterday?
Yes.
And you are here on vacation?
No, on vacation. I vacation for Bangladesh because I working here.
You went to Bangladesh in vacation and you came back here?
Yeah.
And what is your job here in Portugal?
Last time I working in Repsol is seniors.
Okay, are you temporary or permanent citizen?
I'm a temporary.
What brings you here today so far away? Aima. What is happening with Aima today? Document. You go get your documents. Okay, so you have been illegal until now and now you become legal.
Legal era.
You are becoming legal now.
Legal.
Okay. And when you came here, did you come here legally or illegally?
Legal.
You came here legal or illegal? Illegal. So what brings you here today?
I'm going to Pakistan.
Forever? Yes. Very good, my friend. Very good. Have a safe.
You know the crazy thing about the whole immigration thing? The crazy thing about the whole immigration, which I'm finding a little bit strange, is that as technology and everything develops further and further on, these people leaving their sort of war-torn countries, these war-torn countries are now becoming more and more developed, as it seems. More and more developed, and as I recently spent 2.5 years living in the Congo, it is actually, most parts of it are pretty decrepit, but then there's also areas that are kept up and cleaned and maintained, and offices and things like that. And these places actually look nice. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference whether you were in a third world country or in a first world country. So, and as Africa continues to boom and some of these other countries continue to boom, all your residents leaves this massive gap of like, yo, who's going to fill this gap? Who's going to be the workers of today if all the people left the country? All these countries that y'all are leaving, these countries with enough just handful of money, you can actually live pretty comfortably in these countries, man. I'm just saying.
Flight back home. And how much money did you get from the government in that period?
300.
From the government?
A month?
Every month?
Yes, every month.
Why don't you stay in India if it's your country? Money, no.
No money.
No money. Why did you decide to immigrate to Portugal? Government good? Government good?
Government good.
Give a lot of documents?
It's a facilities.
Facilities.
It's adventure.
Adventure as well?
This guy is talking. My friend, I have one question for you.
Yes.
I don't like camera.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
This is your friend.
This is him?
This is him. This is me.
That's you.
My family called me. They say, why
Yeah.
they take me video. I say, I don't know.
I
because
see.
he's not with my consent.
Okay, tell me your story. So how long you been here?
No, I'm not living here. I'm just here.
You're just here
No,
visiting?
I don't like really.
Hey, let's come over here. Come over here.
Why? Because I tell you, I don't like. Because when you come, you do this. Bro, I want to take video.
Then stand back. Move. Move. Hey,
No, go. No.
What are you doing?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Relax. What are you doing?
What the
Grab the glass bottle.
fuck?
You're crazy. Why?
It's okay.
What do you mean? This is the problem.
I come to you easy, we talk.
He didn't.
But
He
it's not
didn't.
me,
Give me
it's
some
him.
space. Give me some space, all right?
Don't take me video. I want
Then
to
just
talk
go. I think it should be better if you go.
Don't take me
Better
video.
if you go, okay? Better if you go. You need to go.
I come talk to you easy.
He came at me with glass bottle. Just move. You don't want to be on video. Walk.
I want to talk
My
to
friend.
you. You see? Me, I don't
see,
come to
but
fight.
don't touch me.
Not touch.
Okay,
touch.
just-
This video, I
Yes.
want you delete because me, I don't want.
If Bangladesh would go to war with Portugal, who would you fight with?
No, I live in here now, so I should be one for Portugal.
Tough question.
Who would you fight for? If there was a war. You would fight for Portugal against Nepal.
I have to explain here the sheer amount of people watching us from a distance here.
After being welcomed to my motherland with a glass bottle from some African engineers, we decided to take a walk through little Bangladesh. But real quick, when you travel as much as I do, the first thing you need when you land is data. But luckily, the sponsor of this video is eSIM.io.
Okay, all right, guys. Listen, you do need data. That's very important when you're traveling. You don't want to get hit with roaming charges.
It's the most dangerous street of Lisbon. Are you ready to enter it?
Really?
Yes. At least in this area.
How long have you been here in Portugal?
5 years.
5 years. Where are you from?
Bangladesh.
How do you like Portugal? Good? Portugal or Bangladesh?
Both.
Does it feel like Bangladesh here on the street? Does it remind you of home?
Like that.
Kind of? India, Pakistan, Bangladesh?
And Morocco.
Morocco. Shout out Morocco.
It's crazy. Hello.
You recognize you?
Yeah, they like me. Some of them, they like me, apparently.
Excuse me. Where are you from?
Pakistan.
Mostly Pakistan, India, Bangladesh here.
Most of the people are from Bangladesh.
And how long have you been here in Portugal?
I came from Pakistan.
Do you make much more money here?
Yeah, much better than Pakistan.
Much better. Do you send money home?
Oh, yeah.
So many people are caught up in the whole, are you here illegally or legally?
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. I think to conclude the video, the best course of action is if you're going to leave your country and immigrate somewhere else, make sure you put in a lot of hard work. Make sure you put your nose to the grindstone and you're working and you're doing what needs to be done to be able to either go back to your homeland or send money to the family members that are there so everybody can live good. Be safe. Avoid the immigrant invasion if you can, guys. And I guess that's about it for today. You guys stay out of these streets, these immigration streets. They're dangerous. Immigration is getting out of hand. What can we do? What can we say? Immigration getting out of hand. Immigration is getting out of hand. Ah, hipsters.
Growing up, if there was one group of people I remember getting made fun of.
Okay, Tommy. All right, let's get into this next videos. Let's get into this next one. Is it ironic? What is irony? Only a hipster knows. Do you remember hipsters? People used to call me a hipster. I don't understand that. I never had a mustache back then, but who knows? Let's get into today's video, guys. Satisfying death
Quite a
of
bit,
hipster
it was
culture.
hipsters, a group that was led by the millennials. It's not like they were inherently bad for being hipsters, people just thought they were very cringe. That's why terms like lumbersexual exist, or pictures like this, or why Peter was wearing a man bun in this episode of Family Guy, or why there were so many 2010s-esque memes about hipsters, or even why songs like this exist.
We are young. There's a fire in our soul.
But despite the 2000s and the 2010s especially being heavily influenced by hipster culture, it seems like they are few and far between these days. So what happened? Why do people hate hipsters so much? And how did they so heavily influence society? Well, to understand that, we gotta understand what a hipster even is. The term hipster originally dates back to around the 1930s, evolving from the slang hepcat or hipster,
Yes, from the jazz culture, you know? The hips, people that are hip about it.
which meant someone in the know with jazz subculture. Then the meaning changed in the 1940s, and it was used to refer to young white jazz fans who adopted the lifestyle, slang, and fashion of black musicians. However, these are just the roots. Eventually, the OG hipster movement kinda transitioned into the hippie movement, but it wasn't technically a direct connect, as the hippie movement was just one of the next big counterculture.
So essentially, it's just the culture for someone who likes to steal shit. A culture vulture. A hipster is a culture vulture. Ladies and gentlemen, slang.
Of its time. And ironically, some writers claim the hipster revival is what ended up replacing the hippies. This Reddit user said, hippies tend to not be pretentious trust fund babies. They listen to good music. Hipsters tend to be a little less smelly and listen to bad music. They are also insufferable. Almost every era has its own version of countercultures, but not all of them are looked back at in the same way. In the 1920s to 30s was the Harlem Renaissance, which came with cultural empowerment for African Americans and intellectual, artistic, and social challenges to raise.
Right, but this is also what they were talking about when it comes to ironically. That's why I started the video saying ironic, is because hipsters, their whole thing was that they didn't like anything. Their whole thing was, let's be ironic. Let's like things ironically, which I don't understand what that means. Is if you're taking the time to even like something ironically, I think deep down inside, you might actually like it. You fucking hipsters, man.
Racial injustice. Then sometime in the mid-1940s to the mid-60s was the Beat Generation, an anti-conformist movement emphasizing artistic and spiritual exploration and defiance of consumerist suburban culture. Then there were the hippies in the 60s and punk in the 70s for a while who don't need too much explaining. And after a few more eras, some of which were pretty brief, came the hipsters. The point is, there's always a counterculture movement, but the hipsters reached a pretty shocking size. For decades, the term hipster was nearly dormant. That was until its revival in the 90s and 2000s. This iteration of hipster made its debut following profiles of Williamsburg, Brooklyn, from both the New York Times and Time Out New York. At this point, the profiles referred to them as bohemians and artsy East Village types. But then in 2003 came the Hipster Handbook, published by Williamsburg resident Robert Lanham. Because of this, the term hipster started getting some pretty big traction. And eventually the term was being used throughout New York and eventually the United States as a whole. In this early era of the hipster revival, the Hipster Handbook described hipsters as young people with mop-top haircuts, swinging retro pocketbooks, talking on cell phones, smoking European cigarettes, strutting in platform shoes with a biography of Che Guevara sticking out of their bags. Rob further described hipsters saying, "You graduated from a liberal arts school whose football team hasn't won a game since the Reagan administration, and you have one Republican friend who you always describe as being your one Republican friend." This early on, hipsters didn't have like a super negative connotation around them. Obviously, the writing was satirical and kind of poking fun at them in a lighthearted way, but it wasn't all negative. And it wasn't quite at the same level of hate that eventually developed, which came in major part because a bunch of rich white kids eventually took it over. But the hipster phenomenon wasn't just unique to the United States. While it was definitely trailblazed in the United States, eventually it became a worldwide trend. It first gained traction in Brooklyn, but then
Yeah, I don't. First of all, this whole aesthetic of wanting to be dirty, like you want to be nasty and smelly and stink, and for some reason they're all about beards and beard cream and coffee and lumberjack wear. You know, for hipsters, they really enjoy their workwear. And if I'm pretty sure hipsters were known for not working. So you have this culture that's embodied fucking workwear. And on the other hand, they don't work. You got a bunch of fucking goofies, bro.
areas in the Pacific Northwest and southwestern United States quickly adopted the wave. Places like Portland and San Francisco. But like I said, it wasn't just a US thing either, as places in the world like London or Portugal or Finland or cities in France and even Russia adopted this sort of culture. But before hipster culture evolved into what you probably remember it as, there were some changes along the way, specifically when it came to their style. In 2009, a Time magazine article described hipsters as follows: take your grandmother's sweater and Bob Dylan's Wayfarers, add jean shorts, Converse All-Stars, and a can of Pabst, and bam, hipster. The magazine continued on saying, hipsters are the friends who sneer when you cop to liking Coldplay. They're the people who wear t-shirts, silk screened with quotes from movies you've never heard of, and the only ones in America who still think Pabst Blue Ribbon is a good beer. They sport cowboy hats and berets and think Kanye West stole their sunglasses. Everything about them is exactly constructed to give off.
All right, I will say this. When it comes to the hipster culture, I will say that that is one thing that is pretty cool, is Pabst Blue Ribbon. I will say that. When it comes to hipster shit, that's like, Pabst Blue is not bad. And second of all, I think when you really come down to it, it's like East Van. If you guys have ever been to East Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada, that place is like, I think that place will forever be trapped in that hipster aesthetic. They just can't seem to break out of it, bro. And they've been in that look for years.
Off the vibe that they just don't care. Around this point, I'm guessing you can see where the attitude towards hipsters started to change a little bit. While mainstream society of the 2000s was focused on things like reality TV and celebrity culture, an uprising was quietly and diligently taking place behind the scenes. Long forgotten styles of clothing, beer, cigarettes, and music were becoming popular again. Retro was now cool. The old was the new. Kids liked the irony of making something so nerdy so cool. They wanted to live sustainably, eat organic gluten-free grains, and above all, they wanted to be recognized for being different. They wanted to leave the mainstream and carve out a cultural niche all for themselves. I'm sure you guys know a few people, or maybe you are also like this in your own right, because a lot of people don't want to be like everybody else. I mean, everyone.
Yeah, well, it's one thing to want to be uniquely yourself, right? And do things that are you. The people that I guess do this the most and are on the end fringes are like those people that get the face tattoos and they split their tongue and, right, you're uniquely you, but you're so far over there. It's like you're in your own lane. Whereas these people is kind of more just like, they're not fitting in. They're all kind of weird and all strange and all neurodivergent in their own way. So let's just start our own subculture of things. Hipsters weren't necessarily hated. It's just the fact that most of them just did things that inherently, when you heard it come out of someone's mouth, you're like, this nigga is fucking annoying. And that's just, you know,
wants to have their own uniqueness to them. However, this was an entire movement. It wasn't just an individualism thing. For this generation, styles weren't bought in a department store, but in a thrift shop, or ideally, you made it all yourself. Unlike today, it wasn't cool to look like a television star. You were supposed to look like you haven't even heard of a TV. You guys know what I mean. I mean, people want to be different, and this began to blow up for a bit, especially among millennials. It's important to note that the word hipster is a pretty broad term. It includes the counterculture / alternative side of millennials that I've been talking about, but back in the day, it was also just used to describe anyone that was the slightest bit alternative. So keep that in mind. The hipster boom was defined by a ton of different notable trends and dominated in a bunch of cities worldwide, with its impact being so effective that many aspects still remain today. Just no longer only under the hipster umbrella. One of the most notable aspects about hipsters is probably their style. Their outfits included vintage clothes.
Okay. that was so, like, thrifting has been a thing. It was always kind of like you have your little thrift stores and consignment stores, but thrifting really took off in the mid 2010s. From the 2010s to like in the 2010s, thrifting was like, and that came from hipster culture. He's absolutely correct. The idea of thrifting, the idea of wanting to be vegan or to eat good, these are all remnants of hipster culture. I think just like you can look at the baddie culture and all of this, and now we have the it girl and hipsters. They're all part of all these movements of cultures of essentially the countercultures of whatever is going on in current day media, you know?
Clothes, alternative fashion, or a mixture of different fashion, which for some reason was usually some shade of beige. Some common or iconic things that they used to wear was like skinny jeans, checkered or flannel shirts, or v-necks, knit beanies, obnoxious attention-grabbing beards and mustaches, and thick-rimmed or lensless glasses. Basically, picture someone who saw a lumberjack on TV, liked the style, but never actually touched an axe or a chainsaw in their life. I'm sure you get the point here. Anything to look cool or rustic in a way that is also somehow high class. And while your look was one of the most important parts about being a hipster definitely wasn't just about the clothes that you wore. It became an entire identity in and of itself. Their attitude towards things and their habits are a little hard to explain unless you know about it, so I'll just show you this video as a reference.
Do you still drink coffee? I don't drink coffee anymore. It's too mainstream. I just go to the roaster and suckle the bean. I'm reading a blog about the evils of corporate America. Oh, so true. Is that the new iPhone? Yeah, it's incredible.
They started opening up their own places like coffee shops, which for lack of a better words became a little douchey, or maybe highbrow is a better term, as did the bars, the restaurants, and every other gentrified place they'd spend their trust fund money at. That was another aspect of hipsters. A lot of them were roughly middle class, yet larped as if they were struggling. They adopted this sort of industrial architecture, with everything being made out of some form of...
That's so true. Their whole thing was they were LARPers. They were the original LARPers, dude. Their whole thing was like, oh, I live in Williamsburg, or I live in Boho or Soho, and I'm poor, and I'm living in Harlem. I'm living in Harlem, and I'm poor, and I'm white. I'm a hipster. Oh, look at me. $6 coffee, $7 avocado toast. Hashtag. Right? You know? Well, mind you, all these niggas they all had money. They just ran away from their parents' trust fund. And then once the hipster thing now is done, I'm sure the majority of all these dirty hippies moved back home and decided, hey, mom, maybe that check of the trust fund ain't so bad now.
Wood, brick, or metal, and had some sort of connection to being better without the ego. But of course, there was a ton of ego within hipsters, which made it all the more cringy. Obviously, not everyone was like this, but a lot of them kind of had this air of pretentiousness to them, and their vibe was just like, oh, you guys don't eat organic food, we're better than you, you know? But at the same time, they were acting like they didn't care at all what others thought, so it was kind of weird. A lot of this is actually very ironic considering a ton of these aspects of hipster culture are still popular today on their own, and not just as a hipster thing. Another prominent cultural aspect of hipsters that I have to talk about is their music. As hipsters grew in popularity, a strangely overly optimistic sound of song became very prominent, especially around the 2010s. Many have called this stomp, clap, hey music, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just listen to this.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? But it was literally the song in the back of my head. It's either Imagine Dragons, Fun. Oh my goodness, bro. Like when you talk about hipster like music, that's like, it is like, the crazy thing is that this kind of music isn't even like underground or trying to be niche or alternative. It's literally just mainstream music made for hipsters. Oh my God.
So big and loud, I jump so high, I touch the cloud.
It is the night, we'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands.
You belong to me, my sweetheart.
You may hate this style of music now, but somehow it was huge back in the day. Eventually though, as you guys are probably aware, this style of music has been memed into oblivion. Hipsters had this strange combination of positivity and counterculture, but it worked. It was all about having fun and living your life your way. Hipster music even bled into rap. In 2008, writer Jake Mohan described a newer hipster rap scene which was developing as sort of a 90s hip-hop mashup. Now you're probably thinking hip-hop and hipsters are kind of pretty opposite, right? But during this brief period of time, the shockingly contrasting sub-niches...
Yes, of course. Hipster music, even funny enough, all the early blog era stuff can be considered hipster rap because you had to go and find it. You had to go and find it on the internet. So you have your XV, you have J. Cole, Childish Gambino, you have your Kid Cudi, you have So Far Gone album by Drake, that's in this hipster catalog. There was a bunch of different things that were very hipster. Even at the time when it came out, listening to 808s and Heartbreak was considered like a hipster thing. So crazy how like everyone just moves with the times. And then later on you realize like, oh, all these different things, they're all subcultures in their own. They don't have to belong to one sort of group or entity, you know? Shout out to that
came
time
together
era.
nonetheless. Basically, Jake was pointing out how the baggy pants type style of hip-hop changed in the 2000s, leaning more towards tight jeans and big sunglasses. He even mentioned underground and older hip-hop musicians criticizing the mainstream artists for copying the metrosexual appearances of hipster fashion. And I think the prime example of this has to be Macklemore. A writer for Prefix Mag argues that there were a ton of racial elements that were involved in the rise of hipster rap. He claims that there have been a slew of angry retorts to the rise of hipster rap, which he says can be summed up as white kids want the funky otherness of hip-hop without all of the scary black people, which is especially ironic when you consider the origins of the term hipster, which is from the 1930s and it's about rich white kids trying to imitate or become part of the black jazz scene. Eventually, as I'm sure you're all aware, songs like these, outfits like I showed, and everything hipster was growing to the mainstream quite a bit. At its peak, hipster culture became a mainstream subculture, which kind of made it not make any sense. In simple terms, counterculture is not counterculture unless it's counter to the culture. Maybe that was a little confusing, but basically, it's hard to be against the mainstream when you've become the mainstream. Because of just how many people joined the hipster bandwagon, a lot of others started to hate it. The term hipster can be a little hard to define, but one definition that gives us some insight as to why people make fun of hipsters so often is young people with pretentious styles and interests, models, DJs, those just out of art or fashion school, living in parts of the city that were on the edge of gentrification. Throughout the 2000s and onwards, the hipster movement was all about being counterculture, which of course is common in a lot of sociological subgroups. However, as hipster culture grew and became more popular among millennials, it wasn't really counterculture anymore. The style was mainstream, everyone was going to their favorite coffee shop, listening to niche music, wearing flannels and drinking IPAs. Another big issue people had with hipsters was gentrification.
Starving artists move into a working class neighborhood for affordability reasons, and it begins to transform. Maybe you get a mural here or there, someone opens up a coffee shop, then a wave of greedy hipsters attracted to the authenticity and grittiness of the area move in and bring even more business with them. Developers come in, build high rises, raise rents, and the high incomes of these newcomers outcompete the low incomes. Suddenly, the neighborhood looks a lot different. Sometimes the original residents get priced out altogether, and this is really unfortunate if you're renting, but devastating if you're a homeowner. Around 2015, the media was content with characterizing hipsters as these evil colonizers and culture vultures who wanted to displace poor people while stealing their music, fashion, and apartment buildings.
Of course, not all hipsters were some evil, gentrifying monsters who just wanted to destroy communities, but a lot of them got stuck with this label as gentrifying.
Realistically, if you really come down to it, the majority of all these styles and things that they're talking about, all of this belongs to poor artists, bro. First and foremost, all the people, all the jazz musicians, all the different cultures that create the counterculture is from all the poor people, okay? The poor people first, they're the ones who say, we're poor, we have nothing. And then the white people look around and say, oh, those poor colored people are really doing things that are really interesting. Maybe we should check that out. Oh, I like this poor colored people stuff. I can't let anybody find out that I'm hanging out with these poor blacks. Hold on, let's see what we like about them. I like those shirts and those jackets, brother. All right, we like what we saw? All right, Shelly, let's go. Let's make a move. Let's shake and bake out of here. And then these white people squiggle their way out of the room, and then they go take everything they saw and they bastardize it and turn it into something in the middle of a corner. Shout out to white people. Always stealing. Doing what they do best.
Became more and more prominent. Professor Heike Steinhoff, I hope I pronounced that somewhat right, the author of Hipster Culture, Transnational and Intersectional Perspectives, said in her book, on the one hand, the label hipster was often used in a critical manner as a shorthand for fake, individualism, gentrification, and a lot that was perceived as wrong about neoliberal consumer culture. On the other hand, hipster aesthetics and styles seemed to be adored as they increasingly became mainstream through various processes of commodification and imitation. Basically, there was a few things at play that led to the hatred of hipster culture. One of the main ones was its popularity, because not only does everyone love to hate on things that are popular, but they could also see that a lot of people were forcing it. Hipsters were all about being counterculture, so when people were trying their hardest and doing the most to look like or act like a hipster, it was just so backwards. It's like trying to be nonchalant. It just doesn't work. Another big reason is because while a lot of hipsters were genuinely interested in alternative things, a lot of others forced it and were very pretentious about it. It's kind of like if another 24-year-old came up to me and was like, oh, you've never listened to The Doors before? I have listened to The Doors, by the way, but if someone my age asked me that, that's stupid. You know, that's not our generation. Why would I know that?
There are a lot of reasons why people hate hipsters, but for me, this is the biggest. Hipsters base their whole existence on the notion that they are not following trends. They view non-hipsters, or mainstream society, as a herd of sheeple just mindlessly following what their televisions tell them to do. Meanwhile, they view themselves as a bunch of non-conformist, free-thinking.
I think a lot of young people, I don't know why the fuck I didn't. I should end the video now. Anyway, a lot of young people, what they end up doing most of the time is not wanting to do what their parents did, or not wanting to do what, I guess, like I was saying, the mainstream is doing, right? There's a section of people that exist in society that will always do that. They'll always try to do the thing that society is not doing. And then the rest of the people is just whatever the mainstream is, right? The mainstream is just whatever the counterculture is doing eventually becomes the mainstream. And then they're always in this dichotomy fighting each other back and forth about what's hot and what's not. Hipsters, we hate them, we love them. Everything is everything. And at the same time, everything is nothing. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You know, everything is everything, but at the same time, everything is nothing. xCephasx. Sometimes I ask myself, I say, hey, how do you come up with these quick one-liners? Hey, how do you come up with these quick, funny quips that you make? Hey, xCephasx. How do you come up with all this funny stuff that you're saying? I don't know. Yo, what's up? What's good? What's happening, brothers? All right, guys, sorry.
I know for a fact I was clearing 100,000.
All right, Fetty. When one man has it, then he loses it all, then he gets it back again. This is the story of Fetty Wap.
Every day. Now, the day I woke up and I only made like 40,000, I'm like, Like, look, this what I got charged with. This what happened. Like,
Fetty Wap was supposed to perform at Rolling Loud that night. He had his fit ready, his set list locked in, thousands of fans in those stands screaming his name, and the FBI was already waiting for him at the gate. They arrested him right there at Citi Field in Queens, New York, before he ever touched that stage. And when they took him into custody, they handed him an indictment that said he was the kilogram-level redistributor at the center of a bi-coastal drug trafficking organization moving over 100 kilograms, that's 220 pounds, of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine from the West Coast all the way to Long Island and New Jersey.
So Fetty Wap went to jail because he's pretty much a mafia kingpin? Jesus.
Street level, not hand to hand, kilogram level, the kind of weight that gets you a life sentence if they want to give it to you. This man had a #2 song on the Billboard Hot 100. He had a debut album go #1 on the Billboard 200. He had a booking fee that hit $250,000 a show. He had Drake remixing his records. He had Grammy nominations. He had the whole world singing Trap Queen from 2015 straight through to today. That song still plays at every cookout, every party, every wedding reception in America. And after all of that, Willie Jr. Maxwell II, Fetty Wap, was sitting in a federal holding cell facing the possibility of life in prison for building a drug empire while everybody thought he had just faded into the background. Here is what nobody is saying out loud. Fetty Wap was never just a rapper who started selling drugs when the money ran out. That man was in the streets before the music ever happened. The streets did.
Yes, Fetty. The streets birthed me. The streets birthed me. Fetty Topless Wapopolis. Waiting to the Popatopolis. Yes, the streets made me. It is I, Fetty Wap. The most retopolis artist ever. Oh, sorry, guys. Let's get back.
And call him back. He never fully left. And when the music money dried up, when his booking fee went from $250,000 to $5,000, yeah, $5,000, when the pandemic locked everything down, when his daughter died, when his brother got killed, when lawsuits were piling up and the IRS came knocking, he already knew exactly what to do because
Mans went from $250,000 fee for performing to 5 G's. Good God, man. Ain't nothing guaranteed in this life. And then he lost all the music money, and then every nigga is coming now knocking on his door, and the nigga said, you know what? Let's go back to what we knew what to do beforehand. Let's go back to moving weight in the streets.
He had done it before. The drug game was the original plan. The music was the interruption. And the craziest part, while federal investigators were building a case on him for an entire year, while they were intercepting his calls and tracking his operation from June 2019 to June 2020, he was still making music. He dropped Trappin' B in February 2020. He was talking to XXL about a comeback album. The whole time the feds were watching. The whole time the operation was running. Drugs moving through the U.S. Postal Service, moving through cars with hidden compartments, going from the West Coast to Long Island, getting broken down and pushed through New Jersey. And Fetty was right in the middle of it, picking up bricks on Long Island and distributing 25 kilograms of cocaine personally in New Jersey. This is the story of a man who was born in the worst part of Paterson, New Jersey. A man who lost his eye.
Yo, the nigga said, you know what? I'm a rapper. And then the rap money left. He said, fuck it, man. I'm a trapper for real.
As a child, a man who never graduated high school, a man who found music late, blew up faster than almost anyone in hip-hop history, and then watched it all collapse in real time. The money, the relevance, the team, the relationships, the family. And then he did what men from where he's from do when the options run out. He went back to what he knew, and it cost him 6 years of his life. Stay right here because this story is wild from beginning to end, and it doesn't go where you think it's going to go. Willie Jr. Maxwell II was born on June 7th, 1991 in Paterson, New Jersey. Paterson is not a suburb. It is not a neighborhood that has some rough spots. Paterson is one of the most consistently economically distressed cities in the entire state of New Jersey. High unemployment, high poverty rates, a drug market that has been active for decades, and a public school system that was at one point declared among the worst in the country. This is where Fetty Wap came up. He went to Paterson Public School number 6. In an interview, Fetty said it himself. At the time, it was the worst school in the city. Ain't nobody want their kids to go to school 6. It was that bad. But it was where we lived. If you grow up in a bad area, there are bad things around it. That quote tells you everything you need to know about the foundation this man was building his life on. He was also born with glaucoma in both eyes. Doctors couldn't save his left eye. They fitted him with an ocular prosthesis while he was still young. Losing vision in one eye before you've even had a chance to understand what the world looks like is a trauma that most people don't talk about correctly. For Fetty, it became part of his identity, part of his signature look. But the reality is that he came into this world already fighting circumstances that most people never have to deal with. He later attended Eastside High School and dropped out before finishing. And by the time he was a teenager, his world looked like Paterson streets, no diploma, a crew of 17 people that he described with chilling clarity. Probably 3 of us graduated high school. Out of 17 of us, probably 3 of us.
Okay. Clearly, Fetty Wap is coming from some sort of broken background here, as we're learning. But the fact that I think when it comes down to like music money and stuff like that, it's always going to be a reflection of how hot you are. It's always going to be a reflection of the market, right? So to have all this music money sort of start to leave, and then you start asking yourself, how am I going to put two pennies together? He could have been surrounded by a lot of better-minded people that probably could have had a better outlook for him in terms of what he wanted to become, in terms of where he should have been investing his money music-wise, and he would have been fine. But I think he just thought the money is going to keep coming. The money comes, I can spend it today. Make $250,000 at the show today, spend it all in 2 days, right? And that's the rap mentality. Oh, we about to re-up, we gonna re-up. Until you can't.
Ain't never been to prison. Out of 17 of us all got kids. That was his world. That was the math he was working with. The music didn't start until 2013. He was 22 years old. That means there are years between dropping out of high school and picking up a microphone that nobody has fully accounted for. The streets were the curriculum. And when Fetty Wap finally blew up and the world started paying attention, he kept telling people, this name Fetty means money, not fame, not artistry, money. He was always about the money first. The question was just what method he was going to use to get it. Let's rewind to 2013. Back then, Fetty Wap is just Willie Maxwell, a young guy from Patterson who has been in the streets and is now deciding he wants to try music. He's not a trained musician. He never went to school for it. He just starts rapping because he sees it as another lane. And he begins hanging around with a crew of local artists and producers in New Jersey. His closest partner is a rapper named Montana, Monty Bucks, and together they're part of a crew called the Remy Boys 1738, named after Remy Martin 1738, which is what they were drinking. In February 2014, Fetty goes into the studio and records a song called Trap Queen. The song is about a woman who is down for her man, who cooks crack cocaine and moves product with him. The lyrics are not metaphorical, they are literal. He raps about the lean, the whip, the cooking process, all of it, and he does it in this melodic singing style, a blend of rapping and singing that he later described as ignorant R&B. He threw the song on SoundCloud. That's it. No label, no promotion budget, no radio play, just uploaded it and let it ride. Nothing happens at first. He releases a mixtape called Up Next in July 2014. A few people in New Jersey start paying attention, but then around November 2014, Trap Queen starts to move on SoundCloud. It picks up momentum the way things only do on the internet, organically, street level, one play.
It's so crazy to me that like the nigga just literally recorded the record and then just put it on the internet and let it do its thing. It just shows you the power of the music. Remy Boys, 1738. It was a bellow. Sorry.
At a time. By the time the music industry notices, the song already has hundreds of thousands of streams. A label called 300 Entertainment, founded by Liar Cohen and Kevin Liles, distributed through Atlantic Records, comes in and signs him. He doesn't go to the big dogs first. He signs with an independent-minded imprint that's hungry and knows how to work a street record. In early 2015, Trap Queen gets a proper commercial release and explodes nationally. By May 2015, the song hits #2 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Let That Land, his very first single, his debut commercial release, hits #2 in the entire country. He does not get to #1 because See You Again by Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth, the song made for the Furious 7 tribute to Paul Walker, was sitting at the top and wasn't moving. But #2 is remarkable for a first record by an unsigned artist from Patterson who recorded the song in one session. This is where things get historic. Fetty follows Trap Queen with 679, then My Way, then Again. By the summer and fall of 2015, he becomes the first male rapper in the 26-year history of the Hot Rap Songs chart to have his first 4 singles chart in the top 10 simultaneously. He matches Billboard marks set by Eminem and Lil Wayne, 2 of the biggest names in hip-hop history. He has 3 songs in the top 20 of the Billboard Hot 100 at the same time. For 1 week from July 26 to August 1st, 2015, the world belongs to a one-eyed rapper from Patterson who dropped out of high school and had been moving through the streets for years before anyone knew his name. On September 25th, 2015, he releases his self-titled debut album, Fetty Wap. It debuts at #1 on the US Billboard 200 with 129,000 equivalent album units. He gets 2 Grammy nominations. He wins Billboard Music Award for Top New Artist and iHeartRadio Music Award for Best New Artist. Drake remixes My Way. Nicki Minaj hops on Like a Star. He's doing New York Fashion Week. He's everywhere. His booking fee hits $250,000 a show. He is taking care of 17 people from Patterson, buying security licenses for his boys so they can carry firearms legally while working his shows, putting everyone on checks, making sure nobody from his crew has to go back to the streets because of him. In his own words, I took everybody from the streets. He felt the weight of that responsibility. He felt like he had pulled his whole world out of Patterson on his back. But here's where it starts getting messy. By 2016, the cracks are starting to show. Not in the music. The music is still coming. He drops Jimmy Choo, Wake Up, a collaborative mixtape with French Montana called Coke Zoo, another project called Zoo 16 with his crew. But none of it hits the way the 2015 wave hit. The chart positions aren't the same. The cultural moment has shifted. And behind the scenes, the business is a disaster. Fetty himself admitted it publicly. In response to a fan on Instagram who asked him how he felt.
Right, but how are you going to be taking care of 17 people on your payroll, bro? That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's like you give these niggas money, they don't know what to do with it.
He wrote, bad business managers, greed and selfishness, but it's almost over. The people he had around him, his management, his advisors, were not equipped for the level of success that came at them that fast. Nobody in his camp had been through this before. It was homeboy management on a major label budget, and the combination was fatal. According to his attorney, who later laid out the financial picture to a federal judge, the money was mismanaged at every level. His income wasn't being protected. In 2016, a lawsuit drops against him for copyright infringement related to Trap Queen. Then another lawsuit, tied to a contract dispute with a producer named P. Dice, who claimed he had a prior agreement on the record. In 2017, he's found guilty of defaming a former employee and ordered to pay her $1 million million. The same year, in November 2017, he gets arrested at 1:20 in the morning on a Brooklyn highway, pulled over going 100 miles an hour, arrested for drunk driving, reckless endangerment, drag racing, and aggravated unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle. He pleaded guilty, paid a fine, took driving classes, but here's where it gets real. By 2017, the music...
Bro, it's like, dude, when one piece of the empire is going to fall, it might as well take the whole thing down. Might as well take the whole thing down, bro. Jesus.
The industry has fully shifted away from him. He said it himself in an interview years later on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. By 2017, it was over. 2017, that's when the Lil Yachty's and Lil Uzi Verts and all of them, that was their time. 21 Savage, Kodak Black, that's all they time. The SoundCloud rap generation had taken over. The melodic trap sound that Fetty helped pioneer in 2014 and 2015 was now everywhere. Every artist from Atlanta to Chicago was doing it. And suddenly, he wasn't the one setting the trend anymore. He was competing with a wave he had helped create. His booking fee collapsed from $250,000 a show to, and this is not an exaggeration, $5,000. He described it. When it's time to get booked, it's, yo, tell Fetty we got $5,000 for him. What the fuck? That is a 98% decline in what the market was willing to pay for his presence. He had 17 people depending on him. He had multiple children. He would eventually acknowledge 6 children with 6 different women. He had child support obligations. He had lawsuit judgments. He had back taxes. And his primary source of income had cratered. And here's what people don't talk about enough when they analyze this kind of fall. It's not just the money. The money is the visible part. What really happens when an artist goes from that level of relevance to being offered $5,000 a show is a psychological collapse that runs parallel to the financial one.
Exactly, because your reality now is not matching up to what your mental state is saying. Your mental state is saying, oh, I'm used to 250,000. Now the reality is showing you 5,000. So you're telling yourself this doesn't make any sense. It's like you wake up one day and everything is just falling apart, right? Because a rapper is just like a hot stock. You're going to make a lot of money on the way up, but now on the way down, you're going to literally lose it all, dude. It's crazy. Like, and this is what they say a lot about a lot of rappers, bro. They still have one hand in the game and then one other hand in the drug game, you know?
For real. Think about what Fetty's life looked like at his peak. You wake up and your name is everywhere. Radio stations are playing your songs back to back. Drake is calling you to remix your record. Nicki Minaj is asking to get on your music. Magazines are putting you on covers. You walk into a venue and 10,000 people who came specifically to see you are losing their minds before you even say a word. That is an extraordinary level of external validation, and it becomes your baseline. It becomes what normal feels like, and then it stops. Not slowly, not with a graceful transition. It stops the way a light switch flips. One year you're in the top 20 of the Billboard Hot 100 3 times simultaneously, and the next year promoters are offering you $5,000 for the same show you were getting $250,000 for. The phone calls change. The energy in rooms changes. People who used to fight for your attention start treating you like a nostalgia act. And you're still the same person. You still have the same voice. You still have the same songs. The music didn't get worse overnight. The market just moved on and left you standing exactly where you were. Fetty talked about this in interviews. He admitted that during this period, he kinda got depressed. His words to Fat Joe when they sat down in November 2021, right after the arrest. He said the people around him weren't experienced enough to guide him through what was happening, that nobody in his camp had ever navigated a career at that level, and that he was trying to figure out where the money was going while simultaneously trying to keep making music and keep his people straight. That's an enormous load to carry, and he was carrying it without the kind of professional infrastructure, proper financial advisors, experienced management, consistent mental health support that artists at his level need to survive the drop from peak fame to whatever comes after. The music never stopped being in him. He kept releasing projects, mixtapes, EPs, collaborations, all the way from 2016 through 2020. The industry just stopped amplifying it. And when the machine that was broadcasting your talent goes silent, the general public forgets, not because your talent left, but because the noise around it did. Fetty Wap in 2018 was just as capable of making a hit record as Fetty Wap in 2015. The difference was that in 2015, the label had every reason in the world to make sure the whole world heard it. By 2018, the market had moved and the label's resources followed. That's the music business. No sugarcoating, cocaine, 2 kilograms of heroin, and numerous fentanyl pills. Think about what it means to have over $1.5 million in cash sitting in a stash house. That's the kind of operation that requires infrastructure, storage, security, distribution networks, reliable suppliers. This was not improvised. And here's some wild. On September 28, 2021, just days before his arrest, Fetty Wap posted a preview of a song called Out the Hood on Instagram and teased that new music was dropping on October 22nd. He released the cover art for a project called The Butterfly Effect on October 13th, posted a preview of a song called Out the Hood on Instagram and teased that new music was dropping on October 22nd. He released the cover art for a project called The Butterfly Effect on October 13th. The album was set to drop October 22nd, 2021. He was marketing a music comeback while federal prosecutors were finalizing an indictment against him that had been filed on September 29th. The indictment was sealed. He didn't know the feds were coming. The arrest was a sting. They waited until he was physically at Citi Field for Rolling Loud, walking toward the backstage entrance, and they took him there. On a Thursday night in New York City, with thousands of fans waiting for him to perform, the FBI arrested Fetty Wap on federal drug conspiracy charges. He never made it to the stage. The Butterfly Effect album dropped October 22nd, 2021 as planned, but Fetty Wap was in a federal holding cell, not a studio. His attorney didn't even request bail at his initial appearance. He was held in detention. The arraignment happened the next day via video conference from federal court in Central Islip, New York. He pled not guilty. He was eventually released on a $500,000 the path, and who return to that environment when the music stops providing. The industry creates enormous wealth for a small window of time, fails to protect that wealth or create sustainable structures for artists. And then those artists are left holding the bag when the wave passes. Fetty went from making $250,000 a night to being offered $5,000 for the same show. That's not a career shift, that's a financial cliff. And unlike an executive at a company who gets laid off and collects severance and has savings and a professional network, Fetty had 17 people depending on him. Child support obligations across multiple.
And this is the reason why they always say when it comes to being an artist, you have to be properly, sort of, I guess, you got to know the laydown. You got to know the foundations. You have to know where to put your money, where to invest your money, because most people that come in the music business, none of this money is guaranteed. There's nothing guaranteed. There's no show thing that's guaranteed. The very few of the very few live on forever. Most people just come in the wave and they're gone through the bottom undertow that is the music industry, dude. It's a nasty, nasty game. But shout out to Fetty Wap, bro. When the money was going down, man said, I'm going to flip a pack. And now he's back making beautiful music. And we respect that. We need that from Fetty. That's exactly what we're here for. And with that, guys, I think that's it for this video, right? Jump down the rabbit hole and look at all the other videos we have for you beautiful people. You beautiful necromancers, you. Let's see here. We got a lot of videos today. We got a lot to get into today. We got a lot to get into today, guys. Let's get into it. We got a lot to get into. Rocks bags for Drake. All right.
If you would like to expose some lies,
I don't know what this means, but other video I did of yours, brother, didn't really do anything. Let's find out what we're dealing with here.
Inconsistencies, some betrayals, some fake friends, some people who are not loyal to people, this is the video for you. But before I get into any of the details, I have to shout out today's sponsors, Backpedal Gang. Shout out to you.
I can't wait to see how far you niggas get to reaching out. This the closest thing you niggas getting to a feature now. Backpedal Gang, cause a few y'all been reaching out.
Now let's get right into it. Rick Ross and French Montana had a versus 2 days ago, and they went on an interview with Apple Music, which was hosted by Ebro, and we have to hear what Rick Ross had to say because I was very confused, and his whole statement made no sense. So let's listen to it, and I'm going to interject at certain points because I just have to expose some of the hypocrisy.
Man. Now, Ross, the internet will likely try to make something of you being like, hey, play that joint without the Drake vocals. I want y'all to sing along.
Little man.
Right? They're going to make something of it, but you constantly play your records that you collab with Drake on, and you encourage the fans to sing. Facts. So that's not trying to be messy. That's you trying to put on a show.
Let me tell you some shit. Me being a boss. You got to understand.
Before he even speaks, I'm going to play this music, but I'm not going to play Drake's part, and I want the fans to sing. How can any adult say that that's not messy? And Ebro, I know, is asking a leading question, but come on, let's be real here. Anybody with 2 eyes, 2 ears, and common sense can see what's going on here.
This French Montana right here, this is my brother. Drake, if you listening to this, homie, listen to me. My nigga, shine. I don't want to see you lose. No real nigga want to see you lose. That ain't.
Wait, isn't this the same nigga that was telling him just a couple days ago, hey, white boy? Hey, white boy, white boy, white boy. This is what he was saying. This is what Rick Ross is saying. This is literally the same guy not too long ago was saying that. And now he's going to tell him, yo, brother, shine on, live on. When it turned out that he couldn't be defeated, then everyone came back and said, live on, brother, shine on. Do as you will. What a bunch of goofies, bro. No friends in the industry, bro.
What niggas about this culture, this game, this rap shit, this ain't what it's about.
All right, let's pause right here. Pause. He says, in this game, I don't want to see you lose. That's not what real ones do. Let's take a look at something Rick Ross has done in the past 2 years. 2 clips to watch.
Or is that too much to give a nigga that gave you his whole life? I'm just asking you a question. That right there, I know Drake would have loved that like Millie Bobby Brown.
Hold on. I'm at the pool party. BBL Drizzy, I'm at the pool party, and they just called you a petty. Look,
I want to have a real talk with you right now. For those of you that are watching, Rick Ross, if you come across this, I want to have a real conversation with you right now. The first thing you said was...
Yeah, right. So, let's get into it. Anyway, so, you're going to go around all last summer, just anything regarding Drake, you put it on blast. You put him here, you disrespect him here, you do this there, you do this there. And then now, you're going to be the first person to turn around and to say to everybody, no, guess what, guys? I love Drake. I love Drake so much. Drake should come back into my life. This is a perfect example, bro, of what he means. The whole entire entertainment industry revolves around the ideology of working with anybody who has any sort of relevance. once you start to lose relevance or you start to lose star power, or maybe you're just politically leaning in the wrong directions, this is when they take the opportunity to rock with you. And once you start not being hot and start leaning weird, wearing the MAGA hat, that's when they start telling you, no, we don't want to be involved with you. So because Drake couldn't be defeated, his crown could not be removed from his fucking head top, youth. Now Rick Ross wants to tell you, no, I love Drake so much. I love him so much. Okay.
In this game, I don't want to see you lose. I want to see you shine. How could you ever say something and be serious and say you want to see somebody win if you're saying things like that, alluding to PDF allegations, alluding to Chomo allegations? In what world do you exist in where you think that you want to see somebody succeed and you throw around things like that are just stupid, unproven, and false? Someone you've had a relationship with. How could you say you want to see that person win if you talk about them in that way? That's not a joke. Where has that ever been funny at? And the next thing I want to talk to you about is you said you're a real one, and that's not what real ones do. Let's examine some different aspects of your life, and I want to approach you with different perspectives. Let's start here. The first part of you that I'm speaking to is Rick Ross, who was once a correctional officer. Now, if you know anything about the prison system or the federal prison system, what are the two kinds of people that can't survive in those systems? There are people who are PDFs, and there are people who take things that don't belong to them, aka grape. Those are the two people who can't survive in jail. So if you were being real and being authentic to the career that you once were a part of, a life that you know very well, why would you ever put...
Yeah, but we also have to take into consideration, guys. Rick Ross stole his whole artist name from another actual drug dealer called Rick Ross. So to think that the man's from the very jump was, I don't know, somebody of like, you know, had any sort of ethical morals, no. So for him to turn around and to flip-flop and to say, hey, I'm really loving this thing Drake is doing. I don't like Drake today. Oh, tomorrow I love Drake. Hey, what's to be expected from somebody that literally flip-flopped on his name, dude? So, hey, let's not hate on Rick Ross that bad. It's not that serious with Ricky. It really is not. And if he did all these things that you're saying that he did, that's fine. Let it be. Let it be what it is, man. You know what I mean? Let it rock.
This is a mature conversation. How can you say that with a straight face?
I don't want to see you lose. Real niggas just want to see real niggas shine together. Real niggas come up together.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
You understand? When I was the #1 nigga in the rap game, I showed niggas love. When French was on fire, he showed niggas love. When other niggas
Hold on now, we still on fire?
Okay, let's talk about this. We got to talk for a second. When you were at the top of the rap game, you showed people love. You are right. You went on a number of features. You're actually one of the better, probably one of the best writers for yourself and other people of all time. But when you're speaking as if Drake didn't do the same thing for you. Let's look at some history. Let's look at some facts right now. Now, you know what time it is on this channel. It is facts over feeling. So you're talking about showing people love. Rick Ross has 3 Billboard Top 10 hits. Do you know what all 3 of those songs have in common? Drake. All 3. So do you think that he's showed love to you when he was on top or is still on top of the rap game? I believe the answer is yes. Now, I don't know all the details or everything that's happened behind the scenes, so maybe he didn't clear a song or a verse.
Shit. All my #1s and they all got Drake on them? Damn. That's disrespectful. To be going on the internet, yapping around and saying, oh no, this guy's like this, and he gave you every single one of your #1s, he lobbed it up to you? Put some respect on my nigga Drake.
For you or French. That is totally plausible, but does that mean he didn't show you love? Because somebody may have told you no once or twice, maybe even 3, 4, 5 times. Did he not show you love? On his own tapes, the Best in the World package, do you not have a feature there? Grammy-nominated song, Black Roses? Gold Roses? Aren't you on that song as well? I think that's showing a lot of love.
Montana still fuck with you on 1000.
Yeah, shout out to Drake.
Listen to me.
It's all love.
Montana done came to me and nigga, we done had conversations. Nigga, listen, we ain't on no I'm not on no disrespectful shit. Montana, a real nigga. Ricky Rose, you know me. You know I love to be disrespectful. That's what I am. But my nigga, listen, it's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap. Homie, this is the first time I said this. Man, take a fuck with you the long way. You understand? Ain't no funny shit on this side. It's 1000. And when I play records, I perform records. My nigga, Ricky Rose was the biggest nigga in the game, nigga. I had motherfucking John Legend and all the biggest niggas in the game on speed dial, ready to do albums with me. We collaborated with the niggas all my homies wanted to. We never said niggas weren't qualified.
The way he's talking makes it seem like there was a collab album that him and Drake were supposed to do that just didn't come out. I think that's really what a lot of these feelings are. But it sounds very baggy. It's like, oh, it's deeper than rap. It is deeper than rap. It's personal. It is. You made it personal. What you and him said back and forth on records, you made it personal. He didn't say nothing too crazy about.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure he also knew a bunch of different informations about Rick Ross, and he decided not to put it on blast, unlike people like 50 Cent, who put things on blast like that. Yeah, so I don't really know, man. I think when it comes down to it, doesn't matter what industry you're in, everybody is fake, and such is life that we live. So take it with a grain of salt, you know? Don't have no friends in the industry, you know? You know? All right, guys, let's get into our last video of today here. It's been a good stream. Not bad, not bad. Not bad of a stream. Internet oddities. I could just leave that for tomorrow. How is the clavicular situation getting worse? No! Look out, radioactive man! Sorry. That's my favorite episode of Simpsons.
You know, in life, if you continue doing business...
Sorry. All right, let's get into the video. Obviously, clavicular, doing clavicular things. Let's find out. Let's find out what clavicular did, guys. Shout out to Johnny Bravo.
...with piecing people. You're only asking for trouble in your life. So, Clav, let me ask you. Did you really think this was such a good idea, you asshole?
What happened?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Can I stay with you for a second?
What's going on here? Oh, come on, man.
Thinking he's famous, but we all know by now, he's not famous for what he wants to be.
15-year-old, Mark!
Well, you know what him and his brother Dylan, those PDF file partners in crime, those pieces of shit, do you know what they're doing now for fame? They're sniping kick streams. That's how desperate these losers are. They took a flight to Miami, to the Baccarat Club. Remember the club that Clav pretends he owns, but really the Israeli mobsters own it? Well, they took a flight to be in that club just so they can be seen on
Remember the club that Clav owns or pretends to own? Oh my God, bro. You guys have all the facts, huh?
camera like a bunch of assholes. Because don't forget, Ben and his buddy brother Dylan, right? They're both Israeli too. And now you gotta ask yourself, is there a connection between the Bendover brothers, Ben and Dylan, and Hai Waknin and the Israeli mafia? Well, wait until I show you this shit. So last time we saw Ben, remember, he was getting name-called out of that arena and he cried like a little bitch and ran away when the whole arena knew exactly what he was famous for. Well, like I said in the beginning, they want to still be famous, right? So they decided a good idea is to go to the Baccarat Club and snipe streams of famous streamers like Clav. So before I tell you the story of what happened, because I'm telling you it's going to be a good one.
Is it really going to be a good one? This just seems like, man, it's like, ugh. Fame seems like one of those things where it's like, once you get a taste of it, it's just nasty, bro. This pretentious energy of people wanting your validation, people wanting to just breathe the air that you breathe, and then now the niggas have to resorting to not doing their own things, but to walking in on somebody else's stream and just being in the background. It's almost as bad as a reaction video, nigga, bro. Almost.
I want to thank my sponsor, so if you guys don't mind, I tried to make
come on.
A rap, and he's dancing around like an asshole. I mean, I've never seen anyone dance like this. If you think about it, even Peggy has better dance moves than this asshole. So the Bendover brothers, they show up at the club Baccarat, right? And I'm watching the stream, and all of a sudden, if you're looking, right, I see, and I didn't expect this. I saw a big, huge nose, you know, Dylan, I see it popping out of the screen. And then I'm like, if I see this asshole, I know Ben has to be close by. And then I see Clav, and he walks by Ben, he looks at him, and he recognizes him. He walks over, and I'm thinking, you know, he recognizes him for that PDF file shit. He's going to say some crazy shit to him to get a clip. But no, he goes up to him like he's his fucking hero.
He can't say anything. What is he going to say? He has to hang out with them and clap hands and dab hands with them. They're all part of the Israeli mafia, buddy. They're all part of it, allegedly, in my opinion. They're all part of this group that take over that run all the nightclubs. Remember? This group, they run all the nightclubs in Miami, and now Sneeko is banned. Funny enough, I'm telling you guys, bro, don't let the boys fool you. They have more power than they lead on.
What kind of shit is that?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Can I stay with you for a second?
It's my birthday. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, Holly, you're a nice guy. Wait, can we remake? Let's remake the video.
Let's do it. You ready? Yeah. Ali, you're a nice guy, but I'm not someone that's just gonna let you speak to him this way.
What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
What do you mean?
This fucking guy.
That's the man right here. My boy.
And then I'm sitting there watching this love affair, and I see them all of a sudden take off their sunglasses, start putting them on each other like a bunch of sharmutas do when they're around each other.
You guys already know. You want to live it? Want to live it up? Jump the baccarat. See when you sing.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.
If you like them, I'm going to give you new ones.
You know what's crazy, man? It's like, ugh. I don't mind the other videos you guys send me to react to. I don't mind it. And then you guys send me videos about Clev and this and Neon and Alabama Barker. Goyim, goy. It's all Goyim, dude. It's all Goyim. I don't know why you guys love the Goyim shit so much, dude. It's like, it's pretty much just brain rot.
Let me see how it looks. This is class, bro. Yeah, bro, these are sick. What brand? How do I get these? I'm gonna buy you some. No, I'm gonna get you some. Alright? You go out with a order for some, I'm gonna get you some. Bro, dude, thank you so much. These are sick, dude. These are so you know what? Let me say if I speak to you, went a little bit this way, but then you became a fucking fan. And I love that. I saw the growth. I told people. No, I love it. It takes a while, you know.
So I'm sitting there, I'm watching, right? And I started thinking, and you know what I think is going on over here? You guys tell me what you think. You guys remember when the Chinese man in the restaurant, the old man, took Ben under his wing to teach him Kung Fu in that restaurant, and Ben explained how he fell in love with him?
What I did find was a Chinese restaurant right across the street. When I used to go there, eventually the owner fell in love with me, and he said, that kid is special.
You know what I love about the internet? I love about the internet the fact that you can just wake up one day and just be whoever you want. You're just some random white kid that plays baseball every single day. But every night when you log on to the computer, you're a big 6'5", 300-pound black nigga. I just love that you can just manufacture your entire come up because of the internet. And because of the internet, that same manufactured come up in about 3 years time or 2 years time, no matter however big you get, eventually somebody on the internet will say, something's not adding up, and they'll do the due diligence, and then that's when it all falls apart. Jesus, Kung Fu master trained them because he liked them? Come on, man. Come on.
Well, I think Ben is trying to do the same thing to Clev and fall in love with him. Look how they're looking at each other. And the best part, I realized, he even wants to taste the cream of some young guy from Clev, just like that Chinese restaurant owner tasted his, that asshole.
That's what it is. I didn't know what I was doing at first, and I was just doing committing to it. But you're around the right people, you're only going to go up to the top. At least, you know, all my bad habits are done, and I'm only 20.
Because look, while they're sitting there looking at each other, they both decide that they want to do a stream together. And when the whole party was over all this shit show, right, Clev even couldn't leave the club without specifically going and finding Bendover to make sure that he had his number in his phone.
I'm going to message you tomorrow, okay? Wait, let me make sure I have your number.
So it turns out, I did some digging, and Bendover, Ben, and Dylan were invited to that Club Bacaro that night because they're friends with High Wakneen, fitting, right? They're friends with the Israeli mobsters. And I started thinking, I thought Ben was bullshitting like usual, because in my DMs, when I told him my lawyer wanted to reach out to him, he said, listen, John, your last video, remember how you called Wakneen's wife, you called her Sharmuta? Well, he's really pissed at you. And I thought he was just saying this bullshit to scare me. And I was thinking in my head, I go, listen, asshole, all girls, to me, when I see them, right, if they're a Sharmuta, I'm going to say it how it is. So I called her Sharmuta, but you can't really take it personal, because when I call them that, I'm going to say it how it is. But saying that, I love Sharmutas, and I wish there was more of them. So now we see that Clev is associating himself with really dangerous, really shady people, right? The Israeli mob. How much worse can you get? But you can get a lot worse when you associate yourself with Bendover Ben and his big-nosed brother Dylan. What do you guys think?
What do I think? Man, I don't know, bro. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to do with myself. And you guys, I don't know. Yeah, Clev's whatever, he's chilling. He wants to start hanging around with the Israeli mafia. Sure, go ahead. Why not? Nothing wrong with that. That's never, nothing bad has ever happened with people hanging around with the Israeli mafia, buddy. The Mossad agents. Nothing ever wrong has ever happened. I don't know, man. It seems like Clev more and more every single day, just something more stupid than the last he keeps doing. And you guys seem to love it. Ugh, you all sicken me, dude. All of you on the internet, you all sicken me. All of you, you're all sick. Sick, deep, twisted individuals, you know? I don't know. Oh, I guess it's the end of the video. Alright, guys. As every time, we just finished another beautiful stream. This was about I think this must have been a 3-hour stream we did today. Anyway, what I just want to get into briefly today is just about the idea of being your final version, right? Because the universe can't give you anything that you don't already give to yourself first. So before the universe gives you anything, you already have to be him. And what I mean by that is, whether you want to be a painter or a sculptor, you have to already be this person that you want to inhabit. The idea of being a content creator and somebody who just creates media has been something that I've been playing around in my mind for years, right? Whether it was taking on the ridiculous idea of making music every single day, all the time, getting my 10,000 hours in music production, whether it was that, or getting into streaming every day and be consistent with that. All these different facets of media, I had to learn all these things because they all were part of who I wanted to be in the end. Whilst I was making music, I thought the only title I was going to have was musician. While I'm making content or I'm running my creative agency, all I'm thinking about is, oh, I'm a creative business person. But realistically, I'm all of these things, right? But you have to learn. It's like playing a video game. Or like getting a gym badge, right? You need to collect all the gym badges before you can beat the whole game, or first the Elite Four, whatever the case might be. So in life, each section or component is a version of myself that needs to be accomplished and dealt with before the final version of me can be put out into the public and be accepted, whatever that means. But you guys know what I'm saying though, right? So if today you're thinking, oh, I have to be an architect, or I have to be this, these titles and ideas can always be ever shifting. I think you have to always take a look at what your interests are and what you actually like doing and making those things part of your life. The idea of the shiny object syndrome, a lot of people can get lost in chasing that and doing whatever that is, but I think that mostly just has to deal with business people. I think just regular people in their life, they can get caught up with the idea of dealing with the responsibilities, dealing with, am I saving enough money? Am I supporting the people in my life? And so they can get into this sense of overthinking. Whereas the overthinking for a creative person or an entrepreneur is just the idea of the shiny object syndrome, right? So follow what it is that you want to do and take each segment and step and each journey and teaching point as something that is important to recollect and reflect on and to really take into consideration, because you don't know where it's going to take you. So don't be like, what do you call it? Shell locked or leg locked into one specific thing or identity of who you want to be, and allow yourself to essentially own your own talents. If there's anyone who's going to exploit your talents, don't let it be somebody else. Let it be yourself. And with that, friends, I bid you adieu and I bid you farewell. And that's the end of the motherfucking stream, niggas. I gotta go fucking do some other shit. It's gonna be a long day today. 12-hour day I said it was going to be today, so let's stop the stream and let's go do other things.